live, uncut, unedited. You already know what it is. Live, uncut. All right, all right, all right, all right. All right. All right. Facebook and YouTube. Let's see what we get into tonight. All right, let's see what we can get into tonight. Tonight. All right. Into April. All right. I love being black. All right. All right, let me open up my phone lines. Come on in, people. All right. All right. Let's see what we got going on here. What we got going on here? Hey, Martin, Jewel Smith. What's up, Jewel? All right, my buddy D. What's up, Martin? Hey, Freddie Thomas. My buddy D. I see you all the way from Texas. Jessica JBL. Hey, Jessica. How you doing, Jessica? Appreciate you. Ronnie Johnson. We're back again with the entire Johnson series. Again, forever, for everyone. Okay. All right, Ronnie Johnson. Mr. Johnson. All right. Make sure you go subscribe to me on YouTube. If you're not my YouTube friend, please go subscribe to my page. That will be nice. So just in case if I delete you out, you still got a second chance to come on my page and to see Cheryl Blakely. Hey everyone. What up, Cheryl? What's going on? Andre popping them bottles. Gordon, huh? I'm good tonight. Keena Nicole. What's up, Keena Nicole? How you doing, Keena? You know I love that name, Keena Nicole. Brother Muhammad. All right, I see you. Blessings, peace and blessings to you, my brother. Billy Kinslow. All right. Henry Harshfield. What's up, Henry? All right, it's been quiet downtown so far where you work at. Roosevelt. Sounds off. Good evening, Martin. This is Rose about. What's up, Rose? Tamara. I think I got it right. All right, Tamara. Good evening. Good evening. Deborah Singleton. What's going on? What's going on? Is real. Live, uncut, unedited. Definitely real. All right. We here, people. We're definitely here. H&A food delivery. Okay. Oh, what's up, man? That's my buddy. What's going on, bro? Okay. Tavia Fort Fields Fort. All right. Hope I got it right. Don't beat me up if I didn't get it right. If I didn't get it right, don't beat me up. Please don't beat me up. Please don't beat me up. All right, people. All right. Man, we got so many people out here to try to make a brother look bad. They hating. They hating. Black power to the last hour. Race first. That's right. Black power to the last hour. Where that phone at out here? Race first. I mean it. I believe it. I stand on it. K.L. Adams Sr. Sup. Curlin Clark. All right. Wanda Webb. Good Thursday night, everyone. That's right. Denise Jones Mitchell. Eric, I'm sorry. Yeah, likewise. Good to see you, my brother. I tell you, this is live, uncut, unedited. And this is what we do, people. I want to thank my haters for coming on, making my viewership better. Well, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Black power to the last hour. Race first all day. Okay. Don Nicole. What's up, Don? I see you. Man, every time I get on, I be yarning. Man. Doretha Glass. What's going on? Ain't nothing going on but the rent. That's all. Nothing going on. Carla D. Johnson. Ain't nothing going on but the rent. That's it. I tell you, make sure you guys subscribe to my YouTube page. Miss Leslie Brown. What's up, Leslie? What's going on, Leslie? I see you. 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 Carla D. Johnson. I see you. I see you. Denise, you said love, peace, and soul. I'm in my Don Cornelius voice. That's it. Real talk. Brother Stephen Darkins, what's going on? From Wheaton, Illinois. Wheaton in the house. Wheaton, Illinois in the house. All right. Franklin McLeod, what's up, Martin? All right. All right. This is where we
tell the truth and shame the devil.
Don't know about you, but
I love being black.
Pedro, what's up, bro? I see you. I see you. I see you. That number's climbing, it's climbing, it's climbing. All right. We got haters, man. Curlin Clark, watching from Houston, Texas, in the house. We got Rob from Memphis, Tennessee. All right, that's what I'm talking about. We got people watching all around the country. Man, y'all better turn y'all people on to me and in them different states. Say, man, you better follow that Crime Chaser guy, that live uncut edited guy now. Y'all better put him on me. I'm telling you. This is the place, Franklin McLeod, where you can learn something. Louis Ramsey. Hey, Mr. Martin, Southside in the house. That's what I'm talking about. In the house. In the house, people. In the house. In the house. People, where can we go to get some help? Is it the hospital? Is it the preacher? Where can we go? Cassandra Clark. The Big G, Gary, Indiana, in the house. Jules Smith, Evergreen Park, Illinois, in the house. Yeah, Jerry Springer, he out of here, man. They said, what do you think about? I don't know none of them people. We're going to bring that up. We're going to bring it up. Let me bring that screen up and maybe we can talk about it. The new transitional team. Let's see. Let me bring it up and we can talk about it. All right. All right. Let me see. Yeah, maybe we could talk about it. I did want to talk about that. Franklin McLeod. So what type? Ain't no liquor here. No liquor, boy. You see this pretty skin here? Ain't no liquor here at all. Jimmy Dean, what's going on, bro? No liquor in this. No liquor. This is pure ice here. Ice. No liquor up in here. Water. No liquor. No to alcohol for me. I tell you, I'm 54. Be 55 and still look good. Got a half head full of black hair. No dye. I love being in school. Yep. All right, let me get this screen shared so we can bring up this transitional team. And I did want to talk about that anyway. All right, let's get it cracking. All right. Transitional committee. It's a committee. All right, people. Now, I need somebody to call in and tell me what does a transition committee Mings.
872-299-0808 or 872-297-6389 call-in number.
All right, people, come on, call in. Hey, let's call it. We want to talk about it. Some folks said we chose the wrong person. He haven't even got in office yet, and they talking smack. I tell you, they talking. This is live, uncut, unedited, people. Live, uncut, unedited. Come on in. Let's talk about this transition committee. All right, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it, people. Come on in again.
872-299-0808 or 872-297-6389 call-in number.
All right, come on, call in. See if you recognize some of these people on this screen here. I think I recognize maybe one person. So these are not familiar faces for me. Okay, maybe two now. All right, on this. All right, people, come on. Do we think diversity is good or we think it should be all black? Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Diversity. All right, let's talk about it. All right. Come on in, people. I need y'all to talk. Come on, talk to me. Come on in. Come and talk to me. All right. We want to talk about it. This team here we got here. Let's talk about it. What do we know about the transition committee? Chicago for the people. All right. Do we know any of these people? Are we familiar with is diversity good? Is it good? What's up, bro? Yeah, is it good? I only know but one. I think I heard two greetings. Hey, Monique McGee, Ronnie Johnson. All right. Somebody said you can tell a tree about you can tell a lot about a tree by the fruit it bears. Okay. All right, people, let's talk about this. Somebody said, I never heard such a committee. All right, well, maybe somebody, what's up, bro? Donna Williams, Dion Foundation. Let's talk about it. Jessica, let's talk about it. Let's tell the truth and shame the devil. Let's talk about it. Maybe somebody can help us out, educate us. Somebody said two from the west side. Somebody call in, and if you know about anybody on this transition committee, call in and tell me a little bit about their character, what you know about them. Come on.
872-299-0808 or 872-297-6389 call-in number.
All right, people, let's get it rolling. I need somebody to call and talk to me. Talk to me. All right. Some black folks don't like this. They don't like this. So tell me why you don't like it. What you think? What you thinking? Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Somebody call in. Y'all know the number is on the screen. To my right, to your left, and to my left, to your right. Come on, talk. Let's talk about it. I need somebody to come in and talk to me about that, know him personally. Calumet Park, it's Antoine Faulkner. Okay. All right. We are not drinking alcohol, smoking cigarettes, eating pork, using foul language, eating sugar, and we're detoxing discrimination so that we can live a healthy lifestyle by detoxing all of this 2023 going forward. All right, brother. I don't see any familiar faces. All right. I support Brandon, so I trust his decision. Okay. All right. Exactly. Come on, people. Come on, talk. Come on, talk to me. Talk to me. Talk to me. I need some callers. Somebody said, I'm here to learn. I'm here to learn every night too as well. It's a teaching moment, and it's a learning moment. Let's talk about this transition team committee. Somebody come and talk to me about this committee. If you know one of these people on this chart, tell us something about it. All right, you got people complaining. A lot of black people believe that everybody on here should be black. You got to keep people complaining. All right, let's see what it's about. We got 80-something people on here with YouTube on here. Come on, share the video, people. Share the video. Hey, brother, you got something to say, or you just tuning in? What's the deal?
I really just wanted to say, so these are the people that he hired.
I'm trying to find out if it could be this could be like non-paid positions though. It said transition committee, so it might be a committee. I'm not sure. So that's why I'm trying to find out as well too. So I'm with you on this.
Okay.
I'm trying to figure out. So
okay.
But anyway, what do you think of this list? I mean, do you recognize anybody?
I don't personally recognize anybody, but I'm just going out race and just looking at the number of of different nationalities he has on here.
Okay.
And,
but what you think about it?
I wouldn't. Don't be surprised if he hires a lot of white people or people that's non-black.
Okay.
I mean, I think he still has our best interest at heart.
Okay.
And I feel like a lot of the black community is gonna be upset with some of the decisions that he makes the first time he hires a white person. And
okay. Okay. But what you think about this list? I mean, from looking at these faces, what do you think about it, period?
I don't know these people personally, but I see a lot of genuine. I mean, I see a lot of black people. I think it's pretty even. He has I see about a good 8 black people on there, and maybe about 10 black people. I can't really see their names because the list is so small. But I trust Brandon's judgment.
Okay. Okay. So do you think it's this good for diversity, or just some folks, they feel like it should be all black people? What you think about that?
I think diversity in politics is good because you get a taste of everything, of what everybody's suffering from. And at the end of the day, it's about us as people.
Okay. Okay.
It's not about one particular set of people.
Okay. Okay. Well,
so
do you agree that we should get some out the deal now as being black people now, right? We voted for them.
Yeah, I agree. It should be a nice amount of black people in there. Yeah.
Okay.
And I even think that some of the candidates that went against them might fill in some of those good spots. Just because we didn't see eye to eye doesn't mean I don't have something that valuable to bring to the table that might be able to help what you're trying to do.
Okay. Okay. Now, what if Paul Vallis want to come on board? You think he should hire him?
If Paul Vallis was, you know what? I don't really know much about Paul Vallis except that he wasn't a good leader in certain spots like Philly or wherever else he ran. But he might have something valuable he could bring to the table, Mark.
Yeah. I'm just asking a question. There's no right and wrong answer. I'm just asking a question. No right and wrong answer. Because people hit me in my inbox, look at this, And first of all, I voted for Johnson because first, number one, he was black. Number two, that he was a family man. Number three, I like his religious beliefs. So, I mean, it's several reasons why I voted for the brother. Now, did I know of him? No. I've learned of him. No. And you, like you said, I mean, it's going to, listen, one thing, let me just tell you the audience out there. I went hard for Brandon Johnson. Just like I went hard for brother Brandon Johnson, I go hard against him for my people to hold him accountable for what he said. And that's only fair. You know, I'm not on his payroll, so I'm not bought or none of them things. You know, I don't owe him nothing but the love of God. I got to hold him accountable. Yeah. I spy with brown eyes. Someone, go ahead.
I just think a lot of people, by you backing Brandon Johnson, they expected. They figured that you had a personal relationship with him.
No,
so they thought by talking. They thought by talking to you that they were talking actually to Brandon Johnson,
right.
But just not knowing that you were just voting for the best candidate, which you felt.
Right. And I told people, I don't know brother Brandon Johnson. Like, I'm not on his payroll. We're not relatives. None of that. So, yeah, hold on. I got another caller. Hey, caller. 9049. 9049. What's going on, my brother? All right. Hey, brother.
To me?
Yes, sir.
Oh, this Marcus.
Yeah, Marcus. Go ahead, Marcus.
I think we have to give him a chance.
Okay.
Chicago is not just black people. So I don't expect all black people to be on his transition team. This city is made up of a diverse. It ain't just black people in this city, and it wasn't just black people who put him in City Hall. He was put in there through a diverse group of people, but he carried all of the black wards, I believe.
Okay.
But so I don't expect him to flood City Hall with just black people, and having black people on your team is not going to guarantee that things are going to be done for black people as well. So I say we should give him a chance.
Mm-hmm.
He's new to this. He's fresh. I watched how he speaks to the media. I think he needs to come a little stronger and not look like he don't know what he's doing.
Okay.
So you need to put people around him that know something about how to run this city. And I still am against Paul Vallas. I can't. Paul Vallas messed up the school system up here. And had he became mayor, ain't no telling what would have happened.
Right. Right.
You know, I voted for Johnson because, number one, we should keep that seat. We had it. We should keep it. Number two, I listened to him speak. And if I hadn't have voted for Lori Lightfoot, if I hadn't have made the decision to vote for Lori Lightfoot in the primary election, I would have voted for him out of all the candidates that was up there. Because when he came over to the paper office and did an interview, he won me over then. And so that's why I voted for him.
Okay.
People think I voted for him because you was hyping him up. So I'm in that same arena too. They think that I follow too. I don't have a mind of my own, but I know politics, and I believe that we should keep that seat black while we have it. Anybody else get in there? Hey.
All right.
We better be praying that everybody in keep occupied.
Candy Apple, I see you. I'm sorry, Marcus. I had to give a shout out to Candy Apple. But listen, let me just say this. First of all, let me just say this. Regardless if I persuaded you to vote for Brandon Johnson or not, and I don't regret that. In my heart, this is my opinion, I believe he was the right person for the job. Now, Brandon Johnson is going to make some decisions that might not sit well with me or you or the black race. Now, do we throw him under the bus? Do we still ride with him? Come on, talk to me, people. You know, Chicago is a segregated city. It's an umbrella of different nationalities. It wasn't just the only black people voted for Brandon Johnson. He had white people voted for him. Asian people voted for him. Latin people voted for him. Mexicans voted for him. He had a lot of people voted for him. And not only voted for him, they supported him financially. They gave money to his campaign. A lot of people volunteered their time for his campaign. So I think it's fair for Brandon Johnson to have a diversity committee. What's that? Let me see. What is it called? Committee. What is it called? Let me look at that. What is it called? I want to get the name right. A transition committee. Now, we on here, you see a lot of fresh faces. You don't see the normal. I'm not saying these people over here are not known on here. I recognize one, Reverend Dr. Hatchett. I recognize him. And I think I recognize that lady with the representative. Yeah, so people, we got it. The brother ain't even got in office yet. And folks are already judging. Right. All right. Well, somebody said, Renee Jackson said that no, because he's making business decisions, not personal. Okay. Love Sabrina. What's going on? What's the topic? Brandon, his trans committee. Yeah. Tony Preckwinkle is going to run the city behind the scenes for Brandon Johnson, right along with the financially powered alphabet millionaire idealist. That may be true. May be true. May not be true. All right. We're not going to argue that. Okay. Brandon is not even in office yet, and we are complaining already, shaking my head. That is true. All right. Reverend Hatchett is from the West Side. That's true. Bobby, we must give him his first 100 days of service. That's right. Val Love. People, they expect change. They expect change. It's not about race. A lot of you will be disappointed. We all volunteer for candidates. Okay. Don Nicole, I recognize Jim. Okay. Louis Ramsey. Speak the truth, Martin, on the people voted for Brandon. You're correct. There was a mixture of race of people voted for Brandon Johnson. So, see, when we're political illiterate, we don't know no better. When we come out our door, all we see is black folks. Chicago is made up of many different ethnicities. Not just black folks. Not just black folks, though.
Look at the city.
Yeah, look at the city. So, hey.
It ain't all black. The South Side ain't all black.
Mm-hmm.
It may be segregated, but even our food, right down to our food, we got all type of culture. We're better than LA. We got all type of culture up here. So those people vote felt it as well. They helped put him in office too. Because a lot of white folks didn't want Paul Vallas.
Right.
You know, they know what he did. A lot of white folks didn't like Daley, but they said it that black folks kept putting Daley in office.
Mm-hmm.
So we are a diverse city. Lori Lightfoot said it when she said it about the press corps at City Hall. She wanted a press corps that represented the city, the diversity in this city. And the white reporters felt insulted, but she was telling the truth. So why shouldn't he have a diverse transitional team?
Mm-hmm.
Why should the city hall be diverse? We live in a city that's a mixture of everything in the globe. I'll tell you the truth. Every ethnicity on the face of this earth dwells in this city as well as dwells in
Yeah. Yeah. Get a man a chance. Yeah. I agree.
Give him a chance.
Man, you just got the phone. Look, see, I told y'all. Look at Brandon Johnson. He had all them other people. He not looking out for black people. I'll tell you.
They wait for him to make a mistake. First mistake he made. Some of them trains are going to be out in the street protesting, tearing up traffic. They waiting on him to itch the wrong way. It won't be the white people that come at Brandon. It'll be the black people that didn't want him in City Hall coming in.
Yeah. Kennard, the DJ said the sooner black people realize we got to pay to get our demands met, it would make a difference. It wouldn't make a difference what color these politicians are. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's
yeah, we got to play the game.
Yeah. This real, people. This Go ahead, brother.
I think black people just expecting Kool-Aid, like Kool-Aid gonna be coming out the water fountain or something, and they want results immediately. You know, like get a man some time, at least a year to be in office before, you know, he makes some change. You know?
The man ain't even in office yet. He's the mayor-elect. He's not.
Ain't even got sworn in yet.
Right.
And what a lot of people don't know, he got to carry out some of the stuff that Lori Lightfoot already set in motion.
Right.
Just like Daley had to carry out what Harold Washington set in motion when he first got in office. So it's going to take him more than just the first year to do anything. And they still going to be coming at him.
Yeah, still be coming at him. And you know what? But give me the same people, they didn't even vote for Brandon Johnson. They tried to discourage people from voting for Brandon Johnson. And they complained about Brandon Johnson. Go move to another city if you don't like it. Come on to the suburbs. Hey.
Go to Detroit. They need you there.
Yeah. Go there. Hey, man. I told you, Martin. I told you. What you tell me? What do you tell me? Man, not even in office. A team of diverse. Which I want all black people up there. All black people up there. Blacks wasn't the only one voted for Brandon Johnson. Trust me. Matter of fact, Brandon Johnson made it to the runoff with the white vote. Not the black vote, with the white vote.
Yep, he had to carry the white.
Yeah. Ronnie Johnson said, in all fairness, it takes at least 2 turns before you can see any type of results. The first term is spent restructuring what was done previously by the tenant before, and think everyone should have been a little bit more patient with Mayor Lori Lightfoot for a second term as well. Yeah. Yeah.
Yep, 4 years ain't enough.
Man.
Tell the truth and shame the devil.
That's real talk. Come on, people, call in.
872-299-0808.
All right. People from out of town, my YouTubers, appreciate you coming on here. We're talking about Chicago. We're talking about the transition committee that Mayor-elect Brandon Johnson picked. We're talking about it's diversified. It's not just a committee of all black people. I see people from different walks of life. I see a minister in there. I think I see a police officer in there. I think I see a politician in there as well. So This is what it is. All right. 1, 2, 3. You got anything to say?
No, actually, Martin, I appreciate you. I'm just listening.
Okay. All right. Bobby said, I think some of those sellout aldermen who are still on the city council should be gone. They're on their way. They're on their way. They're on their way. So this is his transition committee. This is what this is, people. So let me see how many black folks I see on here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold on, 4, 5. Hold on, let me get it right. 6, 7. And how many you have? You got 12. So it's predominantly, you got 40%, 49%, almost 50%, half of black folks that I counted. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 out of 12. That's not bad. It's not bad. 7 out of 12. 7 out of 12. All right. Diversity. Okay. 2 ex-policemen. Okay. I agree, Bobby. All right. I'm trying to see if I can see some good comments. 50-50, about 50-50. That's not too bad. All right. So if you see a problem with this, call in. Let me give you a number. Call in number.
872-299-0808 or 872-297-6389. Call in number.
All right. Come on, people, call in. Okay. Call in. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about, don't complain about it. Let's talk about it. We open for discussion. They said there are subcommittees within this committee from his Twitter page. That's correct. More. That's correct. I'm sorry, it's 15. I said 12. I'm sorry, y'all. 5 times 3 is 15. I'm sorry. 15, 7 out of 15. I'm very sorry. All right. He needs to try to work with the police. Or do the police need to work with him? Which way is it? That's what we need to say. The police need to work with him. They've already said that if he become mayor, it's going to be 800 to 1,000 resignations. I haven't seen them yet. And blood in the street. This is what they said. Now,
I guess they're waiting on after the inauguration.
yeah. This is real.
Oh, no, they're waiting on the kids to get out of school.
Oh. All right. Let me get this off the screen and let's get it rolling. All right. Get this off the screen. So, if you got anything to say about this committee, come call in and tell me if you like it, if you don't like it. Especially those of you who are from Chicago that voted. Now, if you didn't vote, you have no right to complain. I don't want to hear from you. Now, if you're my out of town guest, okay, I understand you couldn't vote because you're not from Chicago. But if you're from Chicago and you could have voted and you didn't vote, I don't want to hear from you. Is that fair, Marcus?
Yeah.
I don't want to hear from you.
They say if you don't vote, you don't have a right to complain.
Yeah.
You're a citizen of Chicago, old enough to vote. You didn't register to vote. And if you are registered to vote and you didn't vote, then don't say nothing
Mm-hmm.
because you had a chance to vote and you didn't.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Real
Now, there
talk.
are some people who are sick and couldn't make it to the poll.
Right.
That's understandable. Ones that could and didn't do it.
Right.
Shame on you.
Mm-hmm. I agree with you. Definitely agree.
Yep.
A lot of people was complaining. Let me go to that page and see. Let me see. Let me go to this page because people was complaining. Let's see. Read some of the comments on my page. Let's see. Read some of these comments. I'll wait. Only know 3 work. Okay. Let's work for people. Okay. Oh, we got a caller. Come on in. All right. Somebody said, I don't know any of these leaders. I pray for them to make the right choices and do the right thing for Chicago. Okay. All right. All right. Come on, caller. You just called in. 6936. Come on, caller. 6936.
Hi.
Hey, come on, talk to
Hi.
me. What do you
Right now, I think he did pretty good. They not too long. He got the 2 police officers. Like you say, they need to work with him, and he needs to work with them to let them see he's trying, so they can't have an excuse.
Okay. So do you what do you think about this list of people in front of us?
From what I see, I don't know any of them right offhand. He did get 2 ex-police officers. So to me, he's trying to show that he's trying to work with everyone.
Okay.
And right now, that's all we can do is the beginning. And like I want to say, we hope he don't fail, because if he fails, then Chicago fails.
Mm-hmm.
So we still have to keep it motivated, and we have to be motivated that it's going to go right.
That's correct.
And everyone is going to try to work together as communities. Every community needs to come together. It's not just his community, it's our community.
Okay. Well, let me ask you a question. What are some of the things that you want to see Brandon do? Just personally, from your viewpoint, what do you want him see him do?
Don't get into the clout business with the clout collection. Have more teenagers get these kids off the street with summer jobs. Work with the police, they work with him. And just be right now, try to be neutral. A lot of clout people didn't get him in. That comes down the line when you start meeting people. Right now, try to stay as neutral as possible without the politicians behind you and all that. Try to stick with the people that helped you get in and when you came up the ladder. Everybody don't have to be in the clique. Try to stay out the clique as long as you can.
Okay. All right.
And, just try to help everyone.
Hold it right there, sister. My dear brother Marcus, what do you want Brandon to do in this city? What do you want to see from Brandon in this city?
What I want to see from Brandon in this city is for him to be fair to everybody in this city. And what I mean by that, black people have all these speed cameras in their neighborhood. We got all these speed bumps in our neighborhood. And it was supposed to prevent tragic accidents. Instead, it creates tragic accidents. I also want him to understand that the traffic department in the city needs to be completely overhauled. You should not hold people years and years of back tickets, and then triple charge them a late fee for a ticket. I would also like for him to meet with these utility companies about overcharging people in certain neighborhoods and expecting them to pay a bill that costs as much as a down payment on a car off in a month's time. There are kids, you want to prevent crime, you got to make it easy for their parents. We talk about their parents, but we don't talk about the struggle that their parents are going through, working 2 or 3 jobs and don't even have time to be with their kids. So I don't expect him to pull off a magic wand, but there are some things he needs to do. Meet with these energy companies, overhaul the traffic department, try to get these red light cameras out of our neighborhood because they're ineffective and they don't save lives. Create a program that will help people pay their bills. A program that works, that actually works, that will help people pay their bills. Also create more jobs for not just the teenagers, but the young adults who don't plan on going to college. College ain't for everybody. Bring back the trade into the schools, into the high schools, so that these kids can be taught a trade. And I know that what I'm saying will take more than a year to do, probably more than 4 years, but a shot.
My dear sister, can you think of anything else that you would like for Brandon to do? Or
I agree to what he said about the trade. They need to bring the trade. Well, I don't like the street light cameras.
Oh, hold it. I got a question. Okay, y'all keep talking. I need to step away and get me a cup of water, but I want y'all to talk. What is it that you want? Hold on, sister. I'm going to ask you a question. Okay. You can still answer.
Okay.
I want both of y'all to answer. You talk first, sister. What is it that you guys want to see Brandon do for Black people? That's what I want to say. I'm talking about Black people. I'm not saying minority, but I'm talking about strictly for Black people. That's what I want you guys to tell me. What do you like to see him do for Black people? Go ahead.
Come into the neighborhood. Don't, like I say, stay out of that clout stuff. And that meant, mainly I was talking about the rich people, some of the rich people. The rich white folks, don't let them blow in your ear. Still come around your same people that you was coming around. Stay family oriented. Come to the different neighborhoods, the schools, the lab areas, the park district, and get to know the people. Start that over. You know, where people know hold it, sister.
Hold it, sister. I need to know specifically, what is it that you want to see Brandon do for Black people? Not in general, but for Black people.
Get out of poverty.
By doing what?
Poverty.
By doing what?
That creating more jobs, education more. Like I say, creating back when we was kids, the field houses, the YMCA's, and different things like that.
Okay.
Sometimes you have to start from the ground up with little stuff. Back then, there was little stuff to us, but now to me, it's big stuff. You know, going back to the neighborhoods with the YMCA's and the camps. People don't talk about camps and different things like that. For young adults too. Get these young adults, these 25 and 30 years, like the gentleman said. College is not for everybody. So get these young men from the contractors, start contracting these jobs out to the Black companies and different things like that.
Okay.
Stuff that you just don't see no more.
Okay.
So going to the neighborhoods and getting a busload of guys and a busload of women, because it's women now, taking it on job sites. Some people don't have cars to get the job.
Yeah,
set up transportation where they can get to Ford, get to places that you can't get to where bus is not there.
Okay. Hold it right there. Go ahead, Marcus, and I got 2 more callers.
All right, I'm gonna jump right in.
Okay, come on.
Everything that I said before
I'm
is
talking
what
about,
I would like for him to do
No,
for black people.
okay.
I want to see him come into the black community, or don't be a flash, like a camera flash. Come in the black community, talk to the people, come in every part of the where black community is in the city, from the west side to the east side. If you're gonna come into Inglewood, hang out in Inglewood for 25 or 30 minutes. If you're gonna come over here to Washington Heights, hang out in Washington Heights. Get to know the people, meet and greet the people, and listen to the people. Create jobs that will help black people. Get these speed cameras and these red light cameras out of our neighborhood because they're ineffective. Get these speed bumps out the streets because they tap our cars, and completely overhaul the traffic department. Stop booting people because black people are the ones that's being booted the most. Do better with the traffic system. Eliminate paying to go to the beach. You pay when you park your car in the summertime. You got to pay to go to the lakefront. That's supposed to be free. Make life easier for black people.
But-
I think that's what most black people in this city want. They want to know that their mayor
Okay.
is going to look out for.
Marcus, what I didn't hear from either one of you guys. Well, let me go to Erica now. Go ahead, Erica. Then I'll say my piece.
Hey, Martin. Hey, everyone.
What is it? What is it? What is it,
But-
Erica? Hold on. What is it that you want to see Brandon Johnson do for black people? For black people only. Tell me, what is it that you want to see?
Yes, absolutely. So, primarily, it's really about the hood. That's the type of organizing I do. I just got off of a call with, basically the street people, like people in the street, the shooters, the people who are out here that I've been organizing with to try to get them to find another way. Just hearing from them, politically educating them. Some of them still don't want to put the guns down. Some of them do. They are looking for other opportunities. It was a tense conversation because some of them still have some of the same old mindset.
Erica,
And
Erica, you're not answering the question. The question is, what is it that you want to see Brandon Johnson do for black people? That's what I need to know from you.
I'm getting there.
Come on, get there. Come on,
Martin.
I got people there behind you. Come on.
Yeah. Okay, sure. So what I want to see is what we talked about on that call was definitely job programs, definitely trade programs, definitely opportunities to make money. We broke it down mathematically. How much money are y'all actually making out here between the funeral costs, the bail money? And it broke down to almost just like $17 an hour. They're not even making much money. And I was like, to put women and children in danger, your lives in danger. And we had a real conversation about how it's not worth it. So if we can produce what I would love to see Brandon do for the black community would be to provide those opportunities that allow them to choose another option other than the street that put all of our lives in danger.
Okay.
To answer your question, Martin.
Not really, but I'm gonna go on to the next call. Just hold on. Not really. I ain't heard nobody say nothing concrete. Go ahead. Okay, 7365. Come on, caller. 7365. Come on. Last 4 digits.
Martin, this is Steve.
This who?
This is Steve from South Holland.
Okay, hey Steve, how you doing? Come on with it, bro. What is it that you want to see Brandon Johnson do for black people only? That's what I'm talking about right now, black people. We know he's the mayor of everybody, but what is it that you want him to see to do for black people?
Okay, what I want for him to do, especially for our black children, I want him to open back up these high schools and these abandoned schools, open these schools back up. Open up after school programs, even weekend school programs to keep our kids out of trouble, because I'm tired of hearing all these kids going in these body bags or jails or on the streets. So some of them don't have no homes, and some of them don't even have a home, and some of them are homeless. So he needs to create maybe a teen shelter or something. That's what I want.
Okay. All right. Well, hold on. Don't go nowhere. Let me ask this next caller. 3668 caller, you're live, uncut, unedited. Hey, caller.
Hey, Martin, it's Peggy. Can you hear me?
Yes. Let me ask you a question before you start talking. What is it that you want to see Brandon Johnson do for Black people only? That's what I want to know.
Definitely. So I would definitely like for him to create home ownership programs, because I think obviously with home ownership, people have a certain sense of pride in their neighborhood. So I think that home ownership programs would be great if he could focus on something for Black people. Definitely housing for the homeless or the houseless community. I would like for him to focus on that. And I think one of the callers mentioned the schools. I feel like, obviously they created, Mayor Lightfoot created a school that facilitated the immigrants. So I think that same type of courtesy could be extended to those in the homeless community that, that's the problem that we're faced with in our own backyard. So I would love to see Brandon address that. I would definitely like some type of financial literacy, early learning type of program for the youth. And, obviously that's going to help them to understand the stuff that we usually don't come in contact with, that other ethnicities come in contact with very early. Entrepreneurship, talking to them about, financial literacy, how to manage their credit, things like that. I think those programs would be great, because when you create that type of mindset, that changes people's behavior. I also think that he can focus on some parenting programs for definitely some of the youth or some of the younger parents, but also, reparenting programs, re-entry programs for some of the males that had children and got incarcerated, spent a certain amount of time away from their children, and now they're back in the city. We need to have programs because we need the fathers back in the homes. Obviously, things are going awry without them. And so it's no knock. I'm a single mom as well. So it's no knock to single mothers. I'm not trying to take that type of jab, but I am saying that we need some type of parenting programs that could potentially create a dynamic where there's more fathers involved in the household. And so if we can, have parenting programs that would help the youth parents, but also help, some of these gentlemen that's re-entering our city from being incarcerated. Those are just a few of the things, that I would like to see him do. Everybody else kind of touched on the other things, but we're always talking about having a seat at the table. And I notice people are being very divisive about this committee that he selected.
Right.
But we cannot, we weren't invited to the table. So we have to create one of our own. And that table is in most likelihood going to be a diverse table. If we're going to be effective. If there's no company that's successful that have just one ethnic group, even if that business is owned by a person of color or a Black person, even that Black person understands that all of their customers aren't going to be Black. And so we definitely need to create the table of our own, and that table should be diverse. Otherwise, he's going to run into a problem when it's time for re-election, and he's going to run into a problem when it's time to get things passed, with aldermen that aren't all Black in City Hall. So he's doing the right thing, and we have to give him a chance.
Listen, sister, you have all the callers today. You have broke it down And I like what you said. See, isn't it something we can complain about but we really don't know what we want. Now, I want to address somebody. I got another caller, but I want to address, what is her name on here? Val Love. Okay. Val Love said, do his job. It's not about black, brown, nor white. Black people need to help themselves. You asking the man to commit political suicide before he gets started. Now, I'm finna show you, Val Love, no disrespect to you, but I'm gonna show you don't know what you're talking about. Now, did you know that Brandon Johnson rolled out a plan for the immigrants, the migrants, strictly for the migrants? And you got to remember, they're not citizens here. They're not really real citizens here. But he made a plan for them. Okay? And those migrants that he was talking about, majority of those migrants are Latin descent, Spanish descent, if I may use that term. No disrespect to nobody's culture. So when people vote, they look for things. They don't just vote for nothing. Okay? Black people, he won 70 to 80% of our wards vote. So we have a right to ask for things and demand things for our community. And go back. Now, listen to this. Now, I hear us talking about jobs, but let me just put something in front of that job. We'll say career jobs. We need some of those policeman jobs. We need some of those water department jobs, some of our black folks. We need some of those fireman jobs. We need some of those jobs in City Hall. We need, what else? Some of the jobs that we need, these big government jobs, career jobs that you can build with and take care of family with. We're not talking about the Walmart jobs. We're not thinking small. All right? That's what I'm talking about. Those career jobs, we need some of those good city jobs. Black people. That's what I want to say. Black people. That's number one on my list, that we get some of those jobs. And I don't think that's asking for a whole lot. That will put us in a position that will grow our community. Seriously.
That
So
would put our community back.
Right. We're not asking Brandon to commit suicide, political suicide. Listen. How long we gonna go without demanding something from a politician that we voted for? Look at the black communities in Inglewood, Roseland, the West Side. We've been voting black aldermen in for years. And look at the community. What are we getting? It's because we don't demand things. Right. We have to demand things. We have to hold all our politicians accountable of getting resources to our community. I guarantee you, Chinatown is getting something out of the deal. I guarantee you, Greek Town is getting something out of the deal. I guarantee you, the Hispanic, the Mexican, and the Latin communities are getting something out of the deal. And I know white folks getting something out of the deal. So why is the problem when black folks ask for something out of a deal? Let me go to this next call. Let me go to the next call. I'm gonna let y'all talk. 6936.
Me, I had got cut off.
Okay, Jesus. Okay. Now,
but,
go ahead. Go ahead.
That was what I just said. I mean, that's what I wanted to say. That's what you said. And it ain't so much about the jobs like you saying. It's about when they get in office, the people that they have, they let them hire their friends and family. They're not the only ones voted for him, the friends and the family.
Right.
That's up in the office on the 5th floor and the janitors in the building that's cleaning his office. It's people on the street, Inglewood, like you say, South Side, East Side, West Side, voted for him. But once they get in there sometimes, the first ones who get the jobs is the ones that's inside. And they have their friends and their family first. Then it starts getting down to the line where then it ain't no more jobs left for people like the people that really need the job.
Yeah, well, we ain't going for that one. Yeah. Now
that's where it starts at.
Right.
You let them do the hand, and then they bring in all their people.
Right. Well, let me educate you guys. Some of you guys always know, you already hear me say this on this live. Let me just say this. Politicians, I don't care if it's Brandon Johnson, white or black, whatever the ethnicity is, they cater to two types of people. One, who they most fear, and we know who that is, white folks. Two, whoever is bankrolling them, their campaign. That's who gets theirs up top. The one who they most fear and the ones who bankrolled them got them there. And we know who bankrolled Brandon Johnson. It was the teachers union. They bankrolled them. So you know they're going to have preference to anything that they want. All right? We know
Andrew
that.
Jackson.
Huh?
Andrew Jackson.
Well,
Jackson gave him a lot of money too.
Right, okay. Whoever gave him a lot of money, we know that. He's going to, yeah. That's what I'm saying. So I don't want people to get on here and just say, we want jobs. We're not talking about no Walmart jobs. We're talking about career jobs. Use that word, career jobs. Stuff that you can go buy jobs, career jobs you can buy homes with. You see, in our community, you got predominantly white police officers, predominantly firemen and EMS, predominantly people on water department. Those are good jobs. Those are good jobs. The traffic department, putting up them traffic signs and all that. Streets of sanitation. We need career jobs like those as well. That's what I'm talking about. That's when you say, hey, I'm going to allocate so many jobs to the black community and that to maintain these numbers. And it should be a numbers. It's a numbers game. So this is real, people. We just can't say, well, I want him to come in the neighborhood. Yeah, hold on. I want him to come in the neighborhood and shake hands. That's good, but we need more than a handshake. You know, we want him to be visible in these communities, but we need more than that. You know, we need career jobs. Number one at the top. The sister said about literacy classes. Yes. He promised to invest in young people overall. Invest in young people. How? By doing what? How are you going to invest in young people? But go ahead. I think that was Erica. Go ahead.
Yeah, Martin, I just wanted to say, touching on what you said, because I know you said I didn't give an answer, but that's exactly what I was talking about when I said jobs and trades and things like that. But targeted towards the Black community that is most divested, that is most in poverty, as well as the literacy programs is a great idea. But we need to make sure we target to these opportunities to the Black community, because as y'all know, in Chicago, there's something called patronage. And patronage was the old guard. And basically what that was is that the system and the city, especially like Daley did this a lot, would give jobs, those good city jobs that you were just talking about, Martin,
Yes.
would go to these white cohorts and neighborhoods as loyalty bonds for their vote. So it's like, you better vote for Daley or you're going to lose your job, you know? So he could bank those votes. So what we have to do now is undo that patronage system of your family, your friends, and the white cohort. And we need to direct those types of city jobs to the Black community And on top of that, I think there was a little bit of a discussion about the transition team. Was that something y'all were talking about earlier?
Yeah.
So I personally know about like 4 people on the main transition team, and I know about like 12 people on the subcommittees. These are people that I've been in the movement with. And one thing I can say is what I've noticed is that it's kind of a mixture. And the one advice, if I was to give Brandon, is this. Some of the people that are being brought in, like even as chief of staff and other people, come somewhat from the old guard. And I get it. You want to extend an olive branch, right? But here's the truth. When that side defeats us, you know what they do to us? They give us a title and a position to shut us up that don't got no real power. That's what they do when they win. And to be honest, it might sound grimy, but my advice is that's exactly what Brandon needs to do. Give them their position, give them a title, but don't give them no real power, because here's the thing, the way they think is the old way. And it's like, we need to start thinking in a new way. They should not have a high level of influence in the way that we do these things, because they think like the old way. And if we're really going to break through this, we need to have a true revolutionary mindset. We need to take the power and run with it. And that includes directing those jobs to the people in our communities, in our Black communities who truly need them, not based on the old white patronage system of daily, but on a new system where we actually get the money and the jobs, like you said, Martin, good jobs that actually can help you buy a home and establish you to our communities.
And that's,
Can I just,
go ahead, Marcus.
speaking of those jobs, I know for a fact that the Park District was a good job, but Daley took those full-time salary jobs and turned them into privatization. He privatized it. The sewer department, you don't see the city cleaning the sewers no more, right? That's privatized. So what Brandon needs to do is unprivatize those one city jobs and bring them back and hire Black people, because we're dying. And you're right, we need more than just a job. We need a thriving job, not a surviving job, but a thriving job where we can enjoy life. Because we're suffering in this city. We need career jobs. And they got them, but they turned them into, when Daley was in office, he turned them into a vacancy and literally sold them, I guess, to the private entities. And those private companies are paying those one city employees the minimum wage. Bring it back to salary. Bring it back to city.
Right, I agree. And let me just say this too. You're correct too. You're definitely correct. And put a ban on privatizing certain jobs. You know, like I heard the boot people, that's privatized now. You know, that was a city job. You know, I think the parking meters, that's privatized really, because that we don't own the parking meters anymore. They privatized that out. So my point is, people, we need good government. Just like take the community of Lincoln Park, Beverly, and Mount Greenwood, those 3 thriving communities. It's because they have working career jobs. They're teachers, they're policemen, they're firemen, they're city workers. You know, this is real. You got city jobs with librarians. They make nice money.
Great job.
Yeah. So we don't just want don't give us no Target and Walmart and Walgreens and Amazon and no, we need career jobs. No. So that's what I would like for Brandon to do. To put a certain amount of percentage of those jobs for Black people. In Inglewood, Roseland, and in these areas that have been hit the hardest. Right. So I mean, this is real.
And Martin, could you imagine if it was flipped to where those city jobs that used to be directed by Daley, the Daley machine, those Mount Greenwood communities and those white communities and Beverly and all that, actually flipped to be directed to the Black community, and the way that we could actually build a robust middle class, and then what that ties into is business opportunities with Brandon's plan to invest in businesses and small businesses and Black businesses with microloans and grants, instead of them having to put the money up first, that you can only do if you already got money and then get reimbursed. But instead, the city puts the money up first. That would create tons of Black businesses, all these empty stores and boarded up stores in the Black community that look like skeletons of what once was come back to life. And now the community has robust jobs from the city to patron those businesses so that those businesses can thrive. That would transform the Black community.
Right. I mean, that's what I'm trying to, that's what I want. And just look at the Hispanic neighborhood, the Mexican neighborhood, going back west, southwest and all that. You see how many businesses are in their community? I mean, back to back, back to back. I'm talking about even small businesses. And to come back southeast where our people live at, Black people live at, and what you see, abandoned storefronts. Something got to be wrong. Something is wrong. Somebody's playing a game on Black people. Something is just not right. Seriously. Now,
They took a good job.
they what, Marcus?
They took away the job that could sustain the Black community. Walmart, Amazon, DoorDash, all of them, those are what I call junk jobs. You took away career, and then they took the trade out of the high schools and put them in the colleges, forcing you to pay. See, if you had trades in the high schools where they taught locksmith and auto mechanics, that right there alone is big money jobs. But they took all that out of the high schools and told you got to go to college for 4 years just to learn how to put a lock on somebody's front door. Come on, man. Trade teaches you to open up your own business and make money to sustain. They took it away from our community, they trained our community. They shut down these big factories that was paying good money. And our community went downhill. And then they blamed it on the gangs and the drugs. It wasn't the gangs and drugs by itself. It was the lack of resources. You say it all the time. We need thriving jobs, not surviving jobs.
That's it. That's it. That's it. I mean, you
and to touch on what, that's so awesome. Marcus just said, I just want to touch on real quick. Marcus, you're so on point with those trades, and like, I want y'all to think about this. We got a carjacking problem, right? And the quote unquote Kia boys. But could y'all imagine if we had a trade program where these young men got to fix cars, even rebuild old school caddies and old school cars, but then at the end of it, not only do they get paid great so that they can buy their own car, but they also get to have car shows and show off the cars that they built to be proud of, how obsessed, you know how obsessed they would be with getting to that shop every day to work on them cars, to make it to the car show. They would be obsessed with it. They would be running to the shop to work on them cars. They would be too busy to pick up a gun.
well,
Also, we got enough space for a race.
I'll say this, people.
Fixing up a car, make a race.
I'll say this, Brother Marcus. Now, we all know that crime is $1 billion industry. And the 1%ers know that if crime go down, they have to lay off some police officers. They can't continue to pay if it's not paying for itself. And they're not going to let that happen, especially. See, the whole goal is to keep crime, especially violent crimes, contained in certain areas. You know, when they let prisoners out of the prisons, I think they're most prisoners that come out of prisons are confined to like 8 zip codes, I believe it is. I can't tell you the exact zip codes. See, there's a grid that they got going on. As long as the carjacking, the drive-by shooting, the infiltrate of gangs, prostitution are in certain areas, it is accepted. But when you bring it downtown, the Magnificent Mile, Lincoln Park, Mount Greenwood, Beverly, and some of these other little areas, it's a no-no. It's a no-no.
Yep.
We've been suffering from carjacking.
And it goes.
Hold on, sister. We've been suffering from all these things that I just named. I got carjacked before some of you guys was born in 1995. I got, carjacking night. So carjacking is nothing new in the Black community. Drive-by shooting is nothing new in the Black community. Gang banging and drug sales, shooting guns is nothing new in the Black community. Now it's downtown Chicago, Magnificent Mile at the Jelly Bean, Millennium Park, Lincoln Park. It's all over now. Now it's a problem. Public safety is a problem now. The same people that told us the only reason why you guys have crime in your community is because you don't cooperate with the police and you don't say nothing when you see things happen. So now, since it's happening downtown now, Lincoln Park, Millennium Park, the Magnificent Mile, what's their excuse? Is it that they're not cooperating with the police? What is their excuse now? Seriously, I'm not trying to make fun of it, but seriously. Now, you're dealing with a different breed of criminals now. I call them young criminals, addicted criminals, homeless criminals, mental illness criminals. They have no guardrails, no boundaries where they commit crime. Once they see an opportunity, they own it. And I'm not justifying crime. They don't care if it's downtown, down the street from the police station. It don't matter. They see it. And I'm going to say this, and y'all always hear me sound like a broken record. I'm going to let you guys talk. Why is it that our young people that can get a hold of everything that's not good for them easily, but the things that they need to thrive and be successful is so hard to obtain? Why is that? They can get drugs. They can get firearms. They can learn how to do trends, stealing cars, breaking in gas stations, fraud. They learn all these things. I wonder why. But the things that they need in life, skills, it can't grasp that for some reason. All right, just had to say that. Y'all go ahead. Whoever want to talk.
Yeah, I just wanted to say everything you just said, it all boils down to the fact that there's a handful of people that's making money off of it.
Mm-hmm.
That's why. Because like you always say, Martin, crime is $1 billion industry. And there are entities that while they put their money into elections to convince the people that we don't need services, we don't need resources, we don't need education, trades, and jobs, they are the same people that do understand that that's connected to the crime. But the crime is what makes their money. And even one of the biggest, I want to tell y'all this fact, one of the biggest donors to Paul Vallas' campaign, for example, was Ken Griffin. He's a billionaire. He was the richest man in Illinois until he moved to Florida. White man. And want to know where he made a lot of his money off of? Gun manufacturing. And this is something we need to understand. When people do the whole pro-crime nowadays, I don't know about back in the day, but nowadays, we have a militarized police complex. And one of the biggest industries in the United States of America is the military-industrial complex. Do y'all understand how much money these billionaires make off of weapons of war and militarization and ammunition and guns? They make so much money. So when you hear pro police, tough on crime, more police, you know what that really means for them? It means more gun sales, because what we overlook is that more police means that the gun manufacturers get to profit off of putting more guns out, because they now need to arm all these police in a militarized type of way. They make a lot of money doing that because it justifies making our police into like a military type level. So it's exactly what you've been saying, Martin. Crime is $1 billion industry. And that's exactly what we're seeing. That's exactly what's happening. And we have to turn the tide. And if I can say just real quick, just something, it may not seem connected, but it is. Y'all remember how those Walmarts closed in the hood in Chicago? So this is how we turn the tide. Instead of searching for another corporation that's going to just exploit us, take billions from our communities and then bounce, make promises and bounce, this is what we need to do now that we have a Brandon Johnson administration, which I'm working on happening. We need to turn every last one of those grocery locations into cooperative grocery stores. And if y'all understand how cooperative grocery stores work, it works like this. All the workers are the owners. There is no Waltons. There is no CEO that's making $1 billion while everybody makes $8 an hour, $10 an hour. It's the profits go directly to the workers, all of it. But on top of that, the community has the open opportunity to invest in the stores, meaning that they can literally contribute $5 a month, $10 a month, whatever they're able to do. And instead of there being shareholders like the typical corporation, they're the shareholders. So every time the profits turn, they get money directly into their bank account. The community members do. So think about putting $5 into the local community grocery store. And then you check your bank account balance and you done got a deposit for $500. Because now all those billions, all those millions ain't going to no Walton, ain't going to no CEO. And you going to start investing even more. You're going to put $20 in this time. You get what I'm saying? And that's how you uplift the community. It will also keep the prices low because there's no overhead for a CEO to make profit. And then it also allows for creativity. Kind of like Mariano's, how they have a grilling station, a guacamole station. It can even get even more creative, like let's have free cooking classes where we use ingredients and you sign up with a certain amount of people and then encourage you to buy the ingredients, things that get the community involved. But those are things the workers can create because they are now owners. So you talk about a bagger that bags groceries that could potentially make 6 figures, all because there's no CEO no more. There's no Waltons no more. And those billions are dispersed equally across the community. Do y'all understand what that could do for the Black community?
Mm-hmm.
F Walmart. F all these corporations. We need to make these into cooperatives that are owned by us, y'all. That's how we turn this tide.
And you know, let me just say this too.
Let me say something.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay. About the stores. Not saying that can't come back, but 20 years ago, Martin, you know, we had black stores, grandmama stores on every corner. We let that go. That we can't blame certain stuff on other people. We had every store, every grandmama store on each corner in neighborhoods, but they tore them up. Sometimes your own people tear their own stuff up. Then when it's gone, you can't bring it back.
Nah,
We had all of that.
I don't know about they tore them up. Now I ain't gonna agree with that. Now we had stores. I'll say 30 years. Let me say this, Mark, and I'll let you talk.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna.
30 years.
Yeah, about 30 years ago. I'll say this. That's the reason why Jesse Jackson and them didn't want big box stores like Walmart to come in that sell everything. Because I remember, just think about Walgreens was not selling groceries years ago. Some of y'all too young to remember that. They got into the grocery business. They wasn't selling groceries. A lot of things they wasn't selling. So a lot of these, when we let these big box business come in the community, they knock off the small mom and pop stores. They eliminate those jobs because you can't compete with their prices. If Walmart buying 30 skids, a truckload full of certain items, and I'm as a sole proprietor of a store only buying one pallet opposed to their 32 pallet, who's going to have a better deal? Walmart. So they blowing the little guy out. Even like Home Depot, big stores like big box stores like that. It blew out the little small neighborhood warehouse that we had in the community. We had those in the community. Blew it out.
Right.
It blew it out. Seriously. It blew, I mean, we lost
and
a lot.
And that came from.
Go ahead.
That came from, like somebody said, it comes from under table with some of these. That's why he needs to come in right and try to come in right with these aldermen, because that's where you used to go and get your jobs from, the aldermen.
Mm-hmm.
But they let them get out of hand, like I say, well, just hand their friends and their families. Same way what you're saying about the grocery stores. They pay them so much for their campaigning. Then they owe these people. Then that's when they got to put a Walgreens on every corner and start, like you say, Walgreens selling fruit, sandwiches, and all that. Because they done undermined the neighborhood little stores and line their pockets.
Yeah.
We couldn't afford a neighborhood store to line their pockets. So that's why you saying they went with the big box store.
And you know, nothing too. Hold on. Let me say this. No, I got to say something right now before I lose my thought. Even with those big box stores, they pay lobbyists to go down the state of Illinois to lobby for them. That's what they do. They give them a $10,000 bonus if you can get this passed in Springfield and all that. So think about Walmart. They were selling soul food in there. You can go in there and get your eyelashes done. You can go in there and get your eye appointment, all that little stuff in there. They cornering the market, people. And especially when they come in the black community area, they wipe out our jobs. So we're automatic. We're going to go to them for everything. Walmart selling tires. So it knocks out a lot of things, people. That's what we had to get to see. And that's why when they said 82nd was closing, I was saying in my mind, like, I felt kind of bad at first. Then I said, you know what? Why should we as black community have to beg a big business that made billions of dollars out of our community to stay? We need to get on our business. We need to get on our business. Y'all remember? I know some of y'all probably too young to
That's
remember.
right.
We had them little small little warehouse where you can go, hardware stores. You can go get little stuff and all that. All them are gone now. They're gone.
Right. It's only 8.
Yeah.
Yeah, they gone.
Ain't
All
no
them
more
little,
hardware.
yeah, they gone because of Home Depot and Menards, the big box. They even knocked off True Value. It's hard to find one of them. But go ahead, Erica. I just wanted to say that. Erica, go ahead.
No, it's okay. I just wanted to say, touching on like what she said, like we need to really, and I'm talking as the new generation, y'all. Like, do y'all understand that the cooperative model that I just talked about with grocery stores currently exists in the city of Chicago? But you know where it exists? In the white neighborhoods. They are currently doing this right now. I just got email when I started talking about doing a cooperative grocery model for our hood. They started reaching out to me, sending me emails saying, we'll assist you, blah, blah, blah. They already doing it. And we meanwhile talking about the days of past, like these big box stores abandoning us is low-key a blessing because we have the ability to do this on a larger scale than they even can because we got these humongous buildings that could be humongous grocery stores that are pivotal to our communities. And I did the calculation just now, Martin. I think it's about almost 300,000 people voted for Brandon now that all the ballots have come in, maybe a little over 300,000. If every single person, this is just a calculation, that voted for Brandon put in $5 a month, just $5 a month for these cooperative grocery stores as an investment that you get a return on, do you all know that's $1.5 million a month for these grocery stores to operate, to buy products and produce and everything, and then the profits that are made from the grocery store, instead of it going to the Waltons and a small handful of CEOs, it ends up going to the workers and the people?
Mm-hmm. You know what?
You literally get a direct deposit into your account.
Let me say this,
could
Erica.
Transform us. We got to get out of this old mindset.
Erica, but the mindset that we have to have first, we need to support people that look like us. We won't do that. We find every excuse in our mind not to support Black people. I made a post the other day. We want another Black Wall Street, but we don't want to support a Black business. It's not going to happen.
True.
In order to have another Black Wall Street, that means we have to support Black businesses, regardless of the prices. We have to do that. No one is going to save the Black community. No one. We are our own solution, people. We're giving solutions. Come on now.
And I totally agree
even when
with
it comes,
I totally agree with you.
Even when it comes to having a grocery store, a co-op. Now we can't, when we get together, and if we make that happen, we can't let Lil Willie and them come in there robbing and snatching and grabbing and all that. That can't happen.
Standing in front.
Right, and standing in front.
Hold
on, let me talk, sister. Let me talk, sister. No, let me talk. We can't have them standing in front, selling DVDs, standing in front, selling deodorant and soap and all that, going in the store, stealing and bringing it out. We can't have that, people. We have to have a business where everyone can come to. We can't have a business where this side of Cottage Grove can't come on the other side of Cottage Grove. That can't happen, people, when we do things. We have a lot of internal healing to do. A new mindset.
That's true.
We have to have a new mindset of doing business, people. These are great ideas that's being laid in front of us tonight, but we have to have that mindset. You can take some people that live in a poor community, trash community, and put them in a good community. But if they take them bad habits, not cutting their grass, throwing trash on the ground, loud music, and you take that in another community, you're going to bring that community down. So people, we have to have a new mindset. My New Year's resolution was this year to have a new mindset. Nothing else but a new mindset. Because without a new mindset, there's no change. No change at all.
And Martin, can I just comment on that real quick, what you just said?
Yep.
So here's how the cooperative model can help everything you just said. So for example, let's just say the average grocery store, even at best, has 50 employees, right? That the size of the Walmart that just closed, 50 employees. And they are distributing the profits of $1.5 million a month amongst themselves, right? But on top of that, that's just the investment, the community putting in $5 a month. But on top of the sales, the groceries, all of that, let's say the average employee under that model would make $80,000 to $100,000 a year, even if they just bag groceries, because there is no Walton, there is no CEO that takes the overhead. It all goes to them. So they're making a great income just bagging groceries and being a co-owner of a grocery store that attends meetings, planning meetings, things like that. So that causes a level of investment because now you own something.
Erica,
and then on top of that, when the community gets a return, let me finish real quick.
No, you've been saying the same thing over and over, Erica. You've been saying you said how many times you gonna say it? You've been saying the same thing over and over, Erica.
It's not the same thing. I'm addressing your concern.
Amen.
So now when the community invests, like, do y'all remember? I'm sure y'all know this. When you go into a Walmart, for example, or a Target, do y'all ever get stopped by them people that's like, hey, do you have cable? Come talk to us real quick. Do y'all ever have those experiences? So basically, at all of these grocery locations, there should be teams of people reaching out to the customers saying, hey, get $5 a month involved in this, and you going to get a return. And they don't even got to advertise like that, because as soon as the first person in the hood get that $500 in their account because they invested $5, they going to broadcast that thing across all social media. So everybody going to be scrambling to get their little $5, $10, $20 in.
Hold it.
Your money to everybody.
Yeah, right. Hold it. Let Marcus talk. Come on, Marcus. Go ahead. Because come on, Marcus.
Basically, I want to respond to a couple of things. Somebody said that black people wasn't supporting black businesses that caused the business to close. Let me educate you just a little bit. Daily administration shut down a lot of black corner stores, a lot of black businesses. They sent city inspectors into these buildings, and they used that to shut down. Take Bronzeville. Anybody remember the Palm Tavern? They shut that down because they wanted to redevelop the area. So we talk about co-op, but we got to buy back the stores that the Arabs own in our community. The Arabs own half of Inglewood. They own half of Roseland. They own half of Washington Heights. I'm living over here by 4 gas stations, and not one of them are owned by black people. You know how much money black people could be making off of one of these gas stations alone by being by the expressway? And black people need to support their businesses. I specifically look for black restaurants to go in. I drive around on the south side looking for black restaurants and black stores to go in. I can't find too many black corner stores because these big mega chain grocery stores like Walmart shut them down, but also the city shut them down. And we only got one Hardware. John's Hardware is still open on 74th Austin. I don't know how well they're doing, but they're still open. But Home Depot, Lowe's,
Menards,
Menards shut down these mom and pop a hardware store that had stuff that the big stores don't have. You know, we got to take back our community. And bottom line is a lot of solutions to doing it. But we got to come together and unify. And you just said it. We don't need Pookie Man and Ray and Willie out there robbing the place and then standing in front of the place trying to sell stole out the place. Because when you steal from a black business, you're stealing from your own. You're stealing out of your mouth. You're stealing from your future. But a thief don't think like that.
Mm.
And remember, Martin, remember when you said we gotta free our mindset?
Yeah.
This is the very mindset we need to free ourselves from, because to be honest, y'all, everything I'm talking about with these cooperatives exists in the white community in Chicago right now. There's white people right now that's making ridiculous level of wages just bagging groceries because they work for a cooperative grocery store and the community's making money. We don't hear nothing about it. But our mindset is that N-words ain't ish. That's our mindset, right? But the truth of the matter is that if we change our mindset, the truth is, I guarantee y'all, it is statistically and scientifically proven. If Black people engaged in this type of economics, we got to get free from capitalism, y'all. Everybody want to be a CEO. Everybody want to be the head honcho that make all the money and pay everybody $8 an hour. We got to get free from that. If we actually shared the profits more equitably, and the people got money in their bank accounts for investing, being investors, even with $5, and they got $500 back, they could go buy a TV. They could go buy what they want. And it is statistically proven that theft would be reduced tremendously, because now they need to protect where their money comes from. They need to protect where that deposit in their account that they count on comes from.
Erica.
It changes people's mindset.
Erica.
No.
Let me go,
no,
go, ma'am.
No.
Go, ma'am. Go ahead. Go ahead, young lady. Go ahead.
No. It's the investments, you got to start. Some of these people don't even know what investments is.
We need a learning institution, huh? We need a career like a Walmart had, what they call it, a career center, something they had over there. Now, okay.
Right.
Yeah,
you got to start at a center.
Yeah. And Erica said, right,
you need to open investment schooling and stuff like
we
that.
We think we so dumb. Like,
your
we think
money.
so low of ourselves.
No.
Go ahead, ma'am. No, I mean, it's not, you know what, Erica, you're dealing with, we have to learn business. You know, most people are business illiterate, if I may, just like a lot of us are politically illiterate. We don't know about, even with the law, the first thing we get pulled over, the police tell us he smelled weed, and the first thing we say is legal. Now you admitted guilt. Now you're finna be arrested because you're driving under the influence. We don't understand the law, the rules. How can we play the game if we don't understand how the rules of the game is supposed to be played? We can't win that way if we don't know. We have to be educated. That's a great idea that Erica has. I agree. It's a great idea, Erica, but we have to be trained. We have to be taught. You know, we just can't say, put this $5 in there, and it's almost like buying an 8-ball and we flip it and you'll get $300 back. No, we don't want to have that mentality. We want to have that mentality. You got to put more than $5 in now. You're going to have to go to work. You're going to have to put some hours in. And there's no calling off. So we don't want to just think, okay, I'm going to put $5 in. But that's the
thing, Martin.
Now, hold on, Erica. Let me talk. So we have to educate our people. It's more than just investing $5 in this co-op and you get $500 return in your bank account 2 weeks later or 3 weeks later, whatever. No, you're going to put some skin in the game more than $5. You're gonna have to put some footwork and some groundwork in this.
Right. You got to put some labor in.
Right. You
And
can't.
Martin, that's the misnomer. That's the falsehood. Do y'all understand how
Nah.
much these white people make by being stockholders?
Listen,
These white people don't lift a finger.
no,
They don't
we
lift
not.
a
Hold on.
finger.
Hold
They
it.
just invest.
Listen, hold on, sister. Now,
But
listen.
you got to have money to talk like that, Erica. Everybody ain't got money.
That's not true with a co-op. Because remember, a co-op does not have a CEO.
Some people don't even know what
does not
co-op
have no
is.
Wall Street.
Yeah.
And y'all need to start learning. We gotta end the ignorance, y'all. This is basically turning the system over that benefits a handful of rich white people like the Waltons, Walmart, who get the majority of the profits, and their shareholders that don't lift a finger of work. They don't bag not one grocery. They don't stock not one shelf. They just invest, and they get tons of money by clicking a button on a screen and turning it over by eliminating those people, eliminating those billionaire CEOs. If those billionaire CEOs didn't make a dime and all the money went to the people, it would go to us. That's a co-op.
First, you got to get a job
Idea,
and get an understanding about business.
the idea that we can't teach our people
Erica.
how to invest,
Erica,
how to invest.
Erica,
is
hold
wrong.
on. Erica, you're not gonna take over now. I know you're aggressive, but you're not gonna take over. Now listen. Let the sister talk. Go ahead, my dear sister. Let you say something. Go ahead, dear sister.
People don't have money to invest, but it starts with the business and the classes, like you said, that he needs to open up to get a business frame of mind first. Everybody just can't jump into business and invest in $5 and their money. You got to put in time and labor, and besides just jumping in and talking about $5 here. Everybody can't do that. And it's not no being small-minded or none of that. It's about learning, and then you jump into it. No, everybody can't be bosses. It got to be some laborers and some standing back. But you just can't do no investments just like that. And a lot of people don't even know about what co-ops mean. So that's where the classes and the stuff come in at. But you got to have that where people can even afford to go. So that's where you need to start at, having free things that they used to have. They used to have free centers where you can go get on the computers and learn all that kind of stuff.
Because it's a great idea, Erica. I'm not shooting down your idea. It's a great idea. I believe it's a great idea. But I think that like you said earlier, the mindset, we gotta have a new mindset. And this is what we want to do. Now, we all can't be bosses. Some of us probably is going to work in certain areas. Some of us had to be laborers in different areas. So everybody's, we got to let them know this ain't the type of business where you call off for 3 weeks and you looking for a check, go direct deposit in your account. And we know you're not sick, but you run around the street doing everything, but you don't want to put in no work in this. Now, it more than,
Right, because that's where they mind would be.
Yeah.
And here's the thing. And this is what I want to say, Martin. We got to get free from the plantation mentality, yo. I'm just telling y'all what it is. The white people who make money off of Walmart, the stockholders,
right.
The stockholders. I'm talking about the stockholders who invest in the stock. Back when Walmart first started, which would be the equivalent of these co-ops first starting, do you know how much a Walmart stock costs? Probably $2, probably $3. But you know what that stock is worth now? Those people are billionaires because they invested back when it was $2.
Yeah.
They don't
but listen, Erica,
groceries.
Erica,
they don't work.
Erica, listen what you just said. They started at the bottom. Now the stock is all the way up here, and we don't start up here. We have to start at the bottom. When you build something, you build a foundation first, just like this platform. When I first started doing this little talk show stuff, it wasn't but 40 people on here at the most, sometimes 51, sometimes. But I just kept going, and it's growing. You know, I'm getting like 20 or 30 people on YouTube.
And Martin, what
Erica, you keep cutting me off, baby.
exactly, and what I'm
Erica,
saying,
Erica, you're not going to do that.
I'm sorry,
You're not going to do
delay.
that, Erica.
There's a delay. There's a
okay,
delay.
Okay,
I'm sorry.
okay. All right. Listen, so we have to build a foundation on anything that we want to do. We got to present a plan. Everybody can't be in the plan. You have some people that's not, they're going to be workers. They can't be investors. Everybody can't be no investors. It's not designed like that. It's not going to happen. Some people just not.
Right, because it'll be like you saying, Martin.
We're not.
And what I wanted to say,
what is it you want to say, Erica? Come on.
Yeah, what I wanted to say, y'all, this is a bit different. And we got to get free from that capitalist mindset, y'all. We are in a very special position in our hoods in Chicago right now because all those Walmarts left. And because there's a huge need right now for grocery stores and people to get food. We are in a special position that doesn't typically exist. A huge need and a huge opportunity.
But Erica,
it's not usually like that.
Erica,
so,
we have to be educated about this. This is not going to pop up. This idea that you have, which is not new, it has been done already. It's not new, but I'll say this. It's just not going to happen just like that. You know, you got to prepare people's mindset. People got to have the right mindset. You just can't, you know, we need you to do this. Yeah.
I'm preparing the mindset right now.
Right. You know what I'm saying? You know, you got to tell people, okay, when they make a $5 investment, that investment might not turn into 500 to 10 years later or 5 years later. Right. It might not be that fast. It ain't going to jump out the gate like that. You know, It's not going to jump out the gate. We got to grow this business.
I will tell you this, Martin, because of the need. Do y'all see how full that Walmart parking lot used to be? That they said wasn't making money?
Walmart have a name.
We are talking about a need.
But we got to get off of Walmart. Right. Walmart is established now. We got to move further from Walmart.
It's not about a Walmart. I guarantee you, sister, if a grocery store with all the goods that Walmart once had, even if it was called Boogaloo Boo Grocery Store, opened up in the same location that was accessible to us, the parking lot would be just as full. We are in a special
but let me say something, Erica. Do you know? But let me just say this. Let me help you out a little bit. Do you know that who's controlling the groceries now? You know who's in charge of that now? And I'm not just talking about the fruits and vegetables because we got black farmers, but a lot of these products, you have to go through certain races to get them. And I know a person that's have a grocery store and he could not get certain things he could not get at the price because they had a lock on it. It's like the Asians. They have a lock on the hair. You almost have to leave the country, go to the country and get orders to get the hair at a decent price. Because anything coming in America or you buying it from them, they got a lock on it. They can either sell or not sell.
And Martin,
so we have to, no, hold on, Erica, quit cutting me off.
And Martin,
Erica, quit cutting me off. Thank you. Now listen, we got to do our homework on a lot of other areas too as well, Erica. We got to do our homework. We just can't jump out there. You got to have this is saying that we say, plan your work and work your plan. We have to plan it from all angles. Now, if we do this, what if this don't work? What's the backup plan? We got to have a plan. What if we get 20 people out of the 50 that want to back up out of this plan? Now we have to know what's the legal part of it. How are we going to get them out of the business? That might be a delay.
Right.
All that.
Oh, wait. Or 20 people trying to get $5.
As much as we want to talk about what works, here's the thing. the same multiracial coalition of Asian, Black, Latino, white that got Brandon elected is the same multi-coalition that will make this work, y'all. That are connected to the Asian grocers, that are connected to the white folks, that are connected to the Latino folks, that support our communities because they believe in what we're fighting for. That's why you need multiracial coalitions, because you're absolutely right, Martin. As Black people, we don't have all the connections, but the Asians do, the white people do. And if they supporting us and they use those connections to help us connect to those supplies, and they believe in the cooperative model.
Erica, ain't nobody gonna save Black people.
From.
Erica, ain't nobody's gonna save Black people.
It's not
They're not gonna. Erica,
that
not Erica. It's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen, Erica. It's not gonna happen. Come on now.
It happened to elect Brandon.
Right. Listen, that's politics, and I guarantee you, Brandon's only going to cater to. Hold on. Brandon's only going to cater to the people that bankrolled him first and the people that he's afraid of. Those two at the top gonna get theirs at the top. Now, if something left over, it'll trickle on down. That's all I'm saying. Now, come on now. That's politics.
Do you want to know something, Martin? When I first started talking about turning these closed grocery stores into cooperatives, do you know what happened? I immediately got reached out to by white folks on the north side who have cooperatives that are running really well.
Okay.
And they was like, here's all of our information. Here's all of our plans, our strategies, our connect. We want to help you. Like, y'all don't understand what allyship means, y'all.
No, what you mean? Listen.
Why you go talk to them then?
They want to take your idea and make it they off of it themselves.
Thank you.
They already got it. They don't need to take nothing.
Erica,
they greedy. They go for it.
Erica, come on.
So
now.
why not take?
Well, why she didn't go with her ideals over there then?
Because we need it here. We don't need it over there. They already got it.
Well, then that's where your idea would come to bring it to over here. You bring it where
y'all are missing the point. Y'all are missing the point that the very people who helped Brandon get elected are many people who already got what they need. Those white progressives on the north side who live in great neighborhoods and make great money already got what they need. But they voted for us. They voted for what we need, and they helped him win. Y'all gotta understand when you got people who already
voted for.
No, we helped him win.
Erica, they voted for Brandon.
No,
they didn't vote for Black
them
people.
win.
We helped them too as well, Erica. Yeah, we helped them as well too, Erica. So if Brandon Johnson couldn't have got into office without the Black vote, period. So we helped him as well.
Without us.
So we helped him as well
we
too.
showed up and showed out.
Brandon could have easily voted for Paul Vallis that wanted to just incarcerate us all.
Yeah, we could have voted for Paul Vallis.
They easily went that way, but they didn't.
Right.
They didn't. Because that cohort, that particular cohort of white people went against their own kind. They went against their own kind.
Well, let me
that
just.
ain't nothing new. They did it
Listen, Erica, that's nothing new. All white people ain't on board. Listen, first of all white people are all not on 100% aboard with each other. We know that. They may pretend like they are, but they're not. Trust me, they're not. So you can't convince me that every white person is 100% on board with every white person. That's not so.
No.
That's not like a.
I know they're not.
So,
that's what I'm saying, Martin. And we don't need all the white people. What we need is the white people, the Latino people, the Asian people that are on our side, who have those connections that we don't have, who want to see our community thrive,
Erica,
who don't want to see us police.
What you should have done, if they reached out to you and gave you the information, you should have got into their cooperation and learned. They co-op and learn. That's what you should have got in that first hand. And so you can see.
That's the thing, Martin. That's what you're not understanding. I'm already versed in the cooperative model.
No,
That's
no,
what
no,
I'm
no.
trying to
Are
tell
you
y'all
in it?
about.
Hold on. You said
But
you
my own
versed.
community don't want to listen.
Erica, there's a difference between theory and interaction. That's totally two different things. You have teachers that teach on subjects, but they never was successful in the subject. You got teachers that teach on real estate, but they don't sell real estate. They teach it.
Ain't sold one house.
You know, haven't sold one
What
house,
are you talking
Erica.
about? I'm literally sitting here getting all the notes from the people
Erica,
who are
listen.
successful at it.
No, I'm talking about you, Erica. Maybe you should have got into it so you could even know. Not even the theory. You got the theory. They gave you the literature, the education. Now, by being in it, the experience. There's two different types of things. Some things that you can't teach. You just got to live through it. I can't teach nobody how to be.
It's not just.
I'm just telling you, Erica.
It's not this particular thing is not just about experience. This particular thing
Erica,
is about the connections, the connections to vendors, the connections to the produce, the connections to the materials we need, the connections to those who can provide us the fruits and the vegetables.
Well, we gotta get a foundation first. We ain't got no foundation to get no connections. We gotta get a foundation first, Erica.
Why do y'all think we don't have nothing?
We're not saying we don't have it. We saying if you want to start investing and going in co-op, we got to get our foundation. Just like you said, Walmart started at the bottom. We got to start a foundation first before we start talking about investments or $5 here, because we all can go throw in $5. Mark can start something to say, oh, we all gonna run and throw $5, and everybody be looking for a check every Friday, and ain't nobody did no work. So what would we need to invest in stuff, and ain't nobody started in a foundation?
Here's the problem with that mindset. Do y'all not understand how much money the Black community is worth? We do. Do y'all not understand how much? Y'all not understand how much money the Black community brings to the Arab community that runs the gas station? Y'all not understand how much money right now. I'm not talking about later. I'm not talking about starting from the bottom. I'm talking about right now. Do y'all understand how much money we give the Arab community that runs the gas station? How much money we give the Asian communities that run the hair stores?
Miss Erica.
We got it right now.
Erica, trust me. Listen, I've been around longer than you have. Trust me. And listen, I know you're a nice, educated woman, but let me just say this one thing. Our business in our community, they don't want any thriving Black businesses in our community. They will pin our own people against us. I've seen it happen. Write tickets. We've seen it during the pandemic. One incident happened at some of these little lounges or whatever, or shooting outside lounge. They closed the whole lounge down. They send the water department, the fire department, the building department, and shut the business down. This is what they do. Listen, they don't want us financially independent because they know what that will bring. So we have to fight for that. We have to move in secret with that. Listen, there are so many individuals that's probably on this live right now have individual success. They got it going on, got money, got property, established. But it's no good when we got a group of people, millions of people that's left behind. We need to do things, and what you talk about as a group, and prosper. We got the individual that knows, because they're going to let a few of us get through the cracks and make it be successful. But the group, they're not going to let us as a group together and do things. They're going to bust that up. They're going to bust it up. I was just looking on TikTok.
Okay.
Hold on. I was just looking on TikTok and how Hoover sent out FBI's to bust up the Black bookstores, wanted them destroyed. So,
wow.
I'm telling you, I mean, this is history. This thing is real. We're not dealing with, listen, We've been dealing with these same white folks for 400 some years, and they still have not showed that they're going to do right by us. Now, it's good to smile in our face, but listen.
I'm not negating what you're
I know. Listen. Well, I'm just telling the truth. It is what it is. They have a history when it come to us. If they wanted to do right by us, we would have been had our reparations. You got the Jews. They stuff didn't even happen in this country, but they got reparations. The Japanese, they got reparations. Black people, they don't want, for some reason, Erica, reason in your mind, why is it that they don't want to give us reparation? Why? And you, go ahead, Marcus.
Because we're still modern day slaves. It's slavery. We don't even realize we're not in their backyards anymore. But we are slaves. We are still in slavery. If you live in a certain neighborhood and you have a low credit score, not because you had bad credit, it's just because of the zip code that you live under. They don't want us to get, taken up in advance. They want to keep us, we're stuck in their prisons. Our suffering, they're getting rich off of it. So we are still slaves. The Civil War didn't free us, and even the Civil Rights Movement haven't freed us. We are still under a form of slavery, a different form of slavery that's far more worse than the one they put us through.
I want to say,
because we can't see that we're slaves.
Go. I'm sorry, Eric. I want to say this real quick, Marcus. Let me say this, why it's on my mind. Erica, just remember this. Remember when J.B. Pritzker got in office? No black weed dispensary. We couldn't get one. We didn't have one. It's been 4 years. It took 4 years and some time to get a black weed dispensary. Come on now. We're dealing with progressive whites. Why couldn't a black person own a weed dispensary here in the state of Illinois? And we the ones was going to jail for weed selling drugs. Why? Why? That's money. That's money. That could have helped a lot of black community.
Can I?
Why you think that, Erica?
Can I answer your question?
Answer that question.
It's because we are still trying to do things the white capitalist, white supremacist way, but expect a different result.
Okay. Well, okay.
Meanwhile,
corporate. Hold on. Corporate. That's not. Hold on. Corporate. That's not white supremacist way either.
Of course it is.
Okay. All right. Go ahead,
so
Erica.
What I'm saying is that we have learned a certain way of doing things when it regards business. Even today, we do entrepreneur workshops and business workshops in the Black community for youth. I watch it all the time. And you know what it's based in? It's based on trying to be like the white folks who are capitalists.
Erica.
It's about trying to train our youth.
Erica.
Let me finish, Martin.
No, I can't let you do it.
Trying.
Erica, listen, Erica. First of all, I thought you'd know better. First of all, you can't set up a corporation here in America. You can't get married. You can't get educated unless you go through who? These white capitalists. You can't do it. It's just not going to, you just can't do it, Erica. You can't even buy a house.
That's
unless you go through them, Erica.
It's not true, Martin.
Erica, come on now. Come on, Erica.
Martin, the people that she said,
We bought into this idea.
Erica.
Meanwhile, you want to know what the
Erica.
White people are doing? They're rebelling against it. They're rebelling against
Erica.
it. Why can't we rebel against it?
Erica, listen.
Martin.
You talking to me. Hold on, sister. Erica, you talking to me on the telephone right now that a black man probably invented. But guess who controlling and running? The white man. He can cut me and you off right now in midair on Facebook and on his cell phone that we're on.
The white man is not all powerful, Martin.
I didn't say, hold on, Erica. I didn't say that he was all powerful, but he controls and owns everything.
Ain't
Now,
it time for us to control and own our stuff?
how are we going to do that, Erica? Give me an idea. How are we going to do that?
I'm telling you right now, the way we do it is number one,
What?
stop fearing the white man.
Okay.
Because at the end of the day, the truth is the white man fears us.
Okay.
And the white man fears us for a reason, Martin.
Okay.
The white man fears us
Keep going.
for a reason.
What else? What else?
And
Come on.
that is why it is time for us to tap in to why the white man, the reason the white man fears us is because number one,
Come on,
the
Erica.
black community produces a tremendous amount of wealth. Billions of dollars is what the black community produces in this country. But the problem is when we spend $1 in the black community, it leaves the black community. I believe it's
Hold
within
it right
seconds.
there. Hold it right there, Erica.
Okay, so how we keep it in the community?
Thank you. Thank you. You just took it out of my mouth. How do we keep the black dollar in the community, Erica?
Okay, so the way we keep the black dollar in the community is the same way Jewish folks keep their dollar in their community.
What way is
I
that?
believe
Tell
it's
me,
for
Erica.
over
What way is that?
days. The way we do it is that we create cooperative opportunities for business instead of capitalist opportunities for business, where our money circulates amongst ourselves.
How's it going to
Let me make
circulate
a
among
point.
ourselves and we don't have goods and services, Erica? How is it? We don't own anything, Erica.
Here's the thing.
We don't own anything,
And
Erica.
I hear you. I hear you, Martin. I hear you, Martin. But here's the thing. That's why we need allies, right? Because it's
So
one
we're still going back to the white people or the Jews and all of that, Erica.
Okay. Let me finish what I'm saying. It's one thing to protest outside of an Asian beauty store because they treating us like crap and they got all the hair extensions and all of the products. One thing to be mad that Walmart left the white people. But it's a whole nother thing.
Erica, get to the point
When
now.
their own people,
Get to the point.
when
How
their
are we going
own
to keep
people,
our dollars?
Asian, white,
Erica, how are we going to keep our dollars in the black community? I need to know that. You said like the Jews. Don't forget the
I'm
Jews.
telling you,
They're
Martin.
capitalists now. They're capitalists now. Now you can't be for capitalists, then for it, not for it, then for it. Now Jews are capitalists. And
I'm
you know,
not for it and for it. What I'm saying, Martin, is
you said
that
like the Jews.
all Jews ain't capitalists no more. All Jews ain't capitalists no more. All Asians ain't capitalists no more. All Latinos ain't capitalists no more. And guess what they did? They stood with us for the election of Brandon
Oh, come on
Johnson.
now, Erica. Come on now.
That's
Erica,
why the whole
Erica,
world
come
is
on now.
watching us.
Still with
The
us.
Jews, Erica, no.
Erica.
The Jews got their hand in every side pocket it is.
Erica, what you mean us? You mean Brandon Johnson? Come on now. You know,
No.
come on now. Come on now,
No, no, no.
Erica. Come on now, Erica. Now, I ain't gonna let
What
you.
I'm
I ain't
saying,
gonna let you go
Martin,
out like that.
what
Now.
I'm
Come
saying,
on now.
Martin, is that no. What
You know, ain't no
I'm
black man running
saying,
nothing.
Martin,
ahead.
and everybody on this call, let me explain it to you like this.
No,
Every
hold
community y'all
on.
mentioned-
The first thing I need you to explain before you go anywhere, how are we going to keep our black dollars in our own community? That's what I need you to explain first.
I'm trying to explain
Get
it, but
to
you
it
keep
then.
cutting me off.
You keep going to everything all over. Get to the point, Erica. Come
I'm
on
not
now.
going all over. I'm making it make sense. I'm making it make sense.
Come on.
What y'all don't understand, and this is me talking as the new generation.
What that
For
got to do
y'all
with
older
Erica?
folks, let me
Erica,
explain
you as a new,
something
what
to you.
that mean? You as a new generation? I mean, listen.
Let me finish, Martin. Let me finish.
That's the problem, Martin. The new generation think they can jump over. They can start at the bottom and jump to 10. They don't know nothing about the middle.
No.
Can't do
No,
it. It
that's
ain't
not the
gonna happen.
problem. The problem is that
Right.
y'all don't understand how we think. Because you got to understand something. As the new generation, I got Jewish people, Latino people, white
Erica,
people who are my
Erica,
age.
Erica,
And we
come on.
all work
Erica.
together.
Thank
E-
you.
Erica, come on, Marcus. Go ahead, Marcus. Hold on, Eric. Hold it.
Same people that snaked us. Harold Washington thought that too. When he died, Gutierrez them turned on him and went on daily time. So I'm sorry. If black people gonna do this, we need to figure out how do we do this without always including all these people who have snaked us in the past, who have a reputation for snaking us. We can't trust
Okay,
white
so
people.
let
Them
me-
white people want that Walmart for their own self and have us going in there, because there was a co-op in Hyde Park, and it wasn't just for white people to invest. I remember when I was going to co-op, it invest, but it didn't always work the way they said it was gonna work, and now they gone.
So this is the thing, and Marcus, I hear what you're saying, but this is what y'all need to understand. Please listen. Y'all said y'all want to listen to younger folks.
You-
Listen. Then please
Erica, you gotta get
listen.
to the point. You keep
Because-
dragging on, Erica. Get to the point. Come on with it.
You
Go ahead.
keep cutting me off so I can never get to the point.
Right. I mean, you keep going around. We've been waiting. I've been waiting on it for 10 minutes for this point to tell us how the black dollar is going to stay in the black community. That's what I need to know from you. Go ahead. I'm
Martin,
gonna be quiet.
political
I'm gonna give you 5 minutes.
education
If
ain't
you-
no silver bullet.
If you can't do it in
I'm
5
getting you
minutes,
to the point.
can you
So
do it in
please
5
let me.
minutes? Can you do it in 5 minutes, Erica? Tell us.
Yes, I can.
Okay, do it in
Yes, I
5 minutes.
can.
Okay, because I can't give you
So
no more than
let me
5
talk
minutes.
for 5 minutes without interrupting me. I
Yeah.
guarantee if you let me talk
Okay,
5 minutes
what's the
without
question?
interrupting me, I can
What's
get to
the
point.
question? What's the question? What are you going? What's the question? So I want
How
you to
do we keep the black dollar in the black community?
Okay, all right, come on with it.
Okay, so here's how, y'all. My generation is different. We work together. We don't see each other as enemies. And there's many of us who believe that the black community needs support from the very things that they benefit from that are not black. We don't see each other as enemies. So that being said, my Asian cohort, my Asian allies, my Asian people my age, that's connected to the hair shops, their parents are connected to the hair shops and the weave or whatever the case is, they want to work with me. They don't want to work with their parents. They want to work with my black self because they understand the situation of the black community. My white allies, that's my age, and they white communities are doing great and wonderful. They want to work with me, my black self, not the white community, not their parents. But you know what comes with them? Their legacy comes with them. Their connections come with them. Their access to resources and production comes with them. And so when we start to make those alliances, and they are dedicated to bringing those connections to us to help inject us with the resources we've been denied since slavery, we can catapult ourselves based on that injection from this generation
1 minute.
that has finally risen up. Okay? And so now we have the resources and we have the black community support these businesses. Because if you want to think that they all created this themselves, they didn't. These other races didn't. They had help. They had help. Because people didn't look down on them as much as they looked down on us. So we need to take that same help and we need to have people patroning our businesses and have that injection of resources, connecting to production, even connecting to Africa, to be production agents, teach us how to do it, give us the connect. Because y'all don't realize there's a whole generation that's willing to go against their own people to give Black people what we've always deserved. Do not look down on this generation. They are rebels. They are rebels. We are rebels. And those rebels will help us. And we can finally get what we've always deserved from the blood and sweat of our ancestors that they've benefited from for generations. That's what I wanted to say, Martin.
And that's what this younger generation saying, Martin.
Hold it.
That-
Hold it right there. Hold it right there. Hold it right there. She never answered the question. That's what I'm talking about.
Right.
She never answered
He's
the
talking
question.
about somebody giving somebody something and working for nothing.
She's a smart lady, but she
We're
didn't
not
answer the
being
question.
given nothing. We built this country. Why I cannot stand
I'm
when
not
Black
saying
people,
no.
Black
I
people
understand
of
that,
all
Erica.
people, Black people of all people are talking about we've been given something. We built all of this. Our ancestors, y'all, built all of this and never got paid. We not working for nothing. We finally getting the pay we were denied.
Erica,
Are you serious?
Erica,
We don't need to do double work.
Erica, you never answered the question. How to keep the Black dollar in the Black community. You never answered the question.
I just answered the question, Martin. Is that the Black dollar will stay in the Black community when the Black community is the one supplying the needs of the Black community. And we don't have to go outside of our community for all of these needs, for groceries, for clothing, for restaurants, for food,
Now
for all of the services, just like other communities.
Like that now hold it right there. That's the only way the Black dollar is going to stay in the Black community. But we have no control over these things. See, Erica, let me just educate you a little bit, regardless of this. First of all, tell you about this country. You know about capitalism, but I'm going to tell you, this country is set up where when it's like a monopoly board. Wherever you land on this board, you still got to pay them. You still got, even if you got an idea, in order to patent that idea or trademark that idea, whatever you got, you have to come through them. They got it set up that way. They got it set up that way. In other words, I'm trying to tell you, you can't even be a reverend in this country. Well, I'll say this. You won't be acknowledged as a reverend unless you register to whatever state you live in. That's what I'll say. You can't even get married unless it's registered through them, which is America. You can't buy a home in this country or land unless you go through them, Erica. That's all I'm saying. I'm not trying to make you feel bad or anything like that. You can't, listen, you can't even buy groceries. You can't even farm in this country. They got to swear, so you got to come through them to get the seeds. So they are in control of a lot of things. They're not God. They're not all powerful. I'm not saying that. It's their time. They are in control of everything in a sense. Even our inventions.
How long has that been the case, Martin?
Since we've been over here 400 some years.
Okay, so here's the thing. Let me tell you something about my generation. We not going, okay? Because here's the truth.
Where your
And
army
this
at?
is what
Hold
we
on,
fighting
hold
for. I
on,
don't know
hold
what
on.
y'all fighting.
Hold on. Where your army at? Where your military at? I want to know where y'all military at. Where you get the guns from? Hold on, where you get the guns from?
The army or
What
the
you mean you ain't
military,
going?
Martin. It's about the money.
First of all, listen, I respect young people. I respect black people, whatever. The young people, listen, y'all really not running anything. I'm gonna tell you how. This is how y'all look, young people. This is how y'all look. You in the house with both of your parents. You upset at your parents. So you go in your bedroom and you turn your bed upside down. You tap everything. At the end of the day, that's not going to stop your parents from paying rent. Then once you calm down and come to yourself, now straighten your room up and going back up in there. That's all what it is in America. You can act up, you can protest, whatever. At the end of the day, hold on. At the end of the day, they still got the final say so. First of all, I'm just saying.
I'm gonna say this.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this with all due respect. Okay. My generation. That's why I do so much fighting to get us to vote. That's why I do so much fighting to get us registered to vote and voting in droves. Because you want to know something? The minute my generation starts voting more than your generation, it's a wrap. Because we're going to take the seat, we're going to take the power, and we're going to take the military. Then what you going to say? Then what you going to say when we control everything? Because we vote more than you do. We stand up more than you do. We control it. They have to answer to us. They have to appease us. When they do their campaign ads and their money to get votes, they have to appeal to what we want.
Erica.
That's why I do the work I do, Martin. Because I understand what this is.
Erica, I'm going to tell you a secret, and it's not a secret. Shouldn't the George Floyd riots tell us something? When we tore up all our stores in our community, the stores that foreign-owned stores, they showed us we're not going to send no food into these communities. Ain't no trucks coming in here. They showed us. Erica, first of all, these people they 20 steps ahead of us. And I understand what you're saying. We always had revolts in this country. We always had revolts. But you know why the revolts wasn't successful? Because people that look like us would snitch and be spies for the enemy. People just look just like us. I ain't talking about no allies. I'm talking about people that look like us. How would you think that they was able to kill Martin Luther King? Because people that look like us. Malcolm X, because people look like us. Because people tell. They tell. My point is, Erica, these white folks they don't even have to let no food trucks come in. They control the food supply. What are we going to do without no food? How many of us can really focus? I just want to show you where the power's at. I'm talking about real power. I ain't talking about no revokes.
I'm not negating anything you're saying. This is what I'm trying to say. Let me try to make it plain and let me try to make it quick. Your generation and older currently vote in much higher numbers than my generation, which is what I'm fighting to change. And it is changing. But here's the thing. If you a politician and you dealing with your generation and older who say they got all the power, they got all the money, they got everything, what kind of campaign message you gonna bring to those type of people? Versus my generation, if we start voting higher than you,
Erica,
that's not going.
Erica, we
hold on a minute.
How old are you, Erica? How old are you, Erica?
The truth is we actually own the industry.
Erica.
The truth is we actually own the tobacco industry.
How old are you, Erica?
Own the bank.
Erica, how old are you? What's your age?
35.
Do you think in this country, do we have young 35-year-old politicians that's black? Do you know that?
Not as many as the 70-year-old.
Hold on. We got young folks, your age, that's in politics, that's holding positions. And they
are the minority.
And they're nothing like what you say that you guys are. Seriously.
I'm not just talking about my age group, Martin. I'm talking about those even younger than us. Do you understand? I just became old enough to run for president. Just last year, I wasn't old enough to even run for president. Like, we talking about a whole generation that's not even old enough to hold office. Like, we are a new generation. Y'all have had the reins for long enough. And y'all think, like, we don't think like y'all think. We know the truth.
Well,
and
okay,
the truth is,
Erica, since
black
y'all, hold on,
people
Erica,
own
since-
everything in this motherfucking country.
Erica, since you guys have the answer, why are we still in the condition we in right now?
Because we haven't
what?
had the power.
No. Since you guys got all the answers, the know-it-all, why are we still in the position that we in now, right? Black folks. With the allies that you say you guys
Martin,
have.
I just told you the answer. It's because, like, the reason why I'm working so hard to get my generation to finally stand up and understand the importance of voting and being involved and not sitting on the sidelines is because we haven't had the power. Every TV ad, campaign ad is directed towards your age group. They are appealing to you. They're not appealing to us because they don't think we exist because we don't vote. We're not
when
voting
y'all
for
gonna
them.
start taking the power reins over, Erica?
Huh?
When y'all gonna start taking over and showing us what y'all do?
Now, because
But all
here's the
you're
thing, that's
saying is just
what I'm
take
dedicated.
over. And you gotta start
That's what
somewhere.
I'm dedicated
You ain't
my
saying
work
yet,
to.
like Mark said, where you gonna start from to get to take over.
It's not about starting from nothing. What it is that let me put it this way. The election, and it's gonna happen. I decree it and I declare it in my lifetime, in my young lifetime. There's an election that's gonna happen where my age group votes in droves. And the day that happens, trust and believe, everything politically is going to shift. Why? Because now you got a whole new group of voters who decide elections that do not think like the old group of voters. That can no longer decide.
And I believe that. I have a 22-year-old grandson. So what we're saying is, like, that's true. But we got to start, Erica. Y'all, you're not talking about where we start at.
We're starting
That's what
now.
Mark is waiting on. Where we going to begin? Where we going to start this at? It seems like you didn't
Let
come
me tell
all
you
the way till maybe 10, 15 years from now. We got to talk about what's going
Not
on
15
now.
years from now. Let me tell you where we start is me being on this call right now. Because a part of this work, while I'm working with my generation and younger to get engaged, the other part of this work is speaking to your generation and older to join us. Stop fighting us. Stop telling us we don't know what we're talking about. Stop telling us we don't know what we're doing.
Erica,
join us.
let me say something, Erica. First of all, I was 36 years old for 12 months. For 12 whole months. No less and no longer. So I know what it is like to be 36. I know you're thinking. And I understand that. I know your revolutionary thinking. But a real revolution probably won't be televised at all. It just happened. And I understand what you're saying.
Televised, Martin.
You know,
no,
I know it's not about it, but I'm just saying. Listen, I'm just saying. Young people cannot do it without the older people. The older people can't do it without the younger people. You're not smarter than us at all. You think you're smarter than us, but you're not smart. Because if you were smart enough, you'll be in control right now and get us out of the situation that we're in as a black race.
And you want to know something, Martin? I will agree with you on that part. It's not that we're smarter. It's not that I think about quote unquote smarter than y'all. But what I do see is that we have a different vision and mindset but we don't participate like y'all do.
Okay.
See, here's the disconnect. The disconnect is y'all don't have the revolutionary mindset. Y'all tell us we pie in the sky, what we want is impossible. Y'all demoralize us, make us feel like what we fighting for ain't gonna happen. But y'all participate more.
Go, Marcus.
So if we could join the level of
I
participation
just want to say, I
with the
think
level of
where-
revolution, we would have something.
Go, Marcus.
I think where the activists make a mistake at what I've noticed covering the protest with the younger activists, they forget that older people were once young too. And you wouldn't be where you're at today if it wasn't for the revolutionaries of yesterday. They still have that in their blood. They may not can't move like they used to move, but they have that in their blood. And older people and young people, young people need to listen to older people instead of trying to not listen to them. And older people need to listen to the young people. I get that. But what I'm trying to say is don't ever, because whites don't do it, Mexicans don't do it. We're the only ones that do it. Don't ever say that older people, Martin is older than I am, so I would never say that his generation wasn't as bad as my generation, because they was. What they went through, we have never experienced and could not have went through it without fighting. That's why they put their lives on the line. I just got through watching something a few days ago of how they were just going in there to want to sit in a diner and couldn't go in a diner. They didn't really want to eat the white folks' food. They wanted to be treated like a regular citizens in America. The civil rights movement wasn't about integration. It was about being treated the same. We fight for this country. We pay taxes in this country. Why can't we have the same rights as white people in this country? So I will never, no matter how smart I am, I will never diss the older generation, because we wouldn't be where we are today. People talk about praying don't work. If it wasn't for the people who were in shackles and chains, who prayed for us to be where we're at today, we wouldn't be where we're at today. If it wasn't for those slaves who prayed for us, if it wasn't for those people who was enduring Jim Crow who prayed for us, they put their hopes in something that they didn't see. And look where we at today. We got a black man in City Hall. We just had a black president. We got a black vice president. We got a deputy lieutenant governor, black lieutenant governor, all because of the older people and what they did yesterday.
Right.
There is no fight like that today. Y'all young people are fighting, but there is no fight that can be compared to the civil rights movement of yesterday. Because we're in a different America.
Right. And we made history with the mayor. We never had two back-to-back mayors. So we had power back in the day. Our grandparents. My grandparents used to march with Martin Luther King, Jesse Jackson, and all that. My grandfather. My grandfather was the first black owner, CEO of Armadale Float Company. That was over 60 years ago.
And I hear what y'all saying, but this is what y'all need to understand. Because I'm personally a young person who is being mentored by older folks in the revolution. But you want to know what I've learned? The difference between the older folks that mentor me, that are revolutionaries, versus the older folks that I deal with on a regular basis is this. Older folks that mentor me don't never tell me that what we fighting for ain't possible. They don't never say that, ever. Because they still remember. So there is all older folks ain't built the same. So I'm speaking directly to the older folks that actively tell us younger folks that what we fighting for ain't possible. I'm talking directly to the older folks that don't remember what it is to be a revolutionary. Not the older folks that mentor me, that tell me keep going, keep fighting, keep pushing. I'm not talking to them. I'm talking to y'all that always try to demoralize us, always try to tell us that what we doing ain't gonna work. That's who I'm talking to right now.
Well, let me just say this.
And we're tired.
Erica.
We're tired.
Erica, let me just say this. First of all, any revolution has to be thought out and well planned. You just can't go out there and scream and holler and do all this. You got to have a plan when you do. You got to have a strategy. That's what you call an art of war. When you war, you know, you have to war. And there's certain ways that you war. You know, and I understand exactly what you're saying. Nothing's possible. Any empire, if you read history, always fail. Rome was one of the most powerful empires, but they fell within first. America is falling. She on her dying bed. And the only thing that I'm afraid of America falling is that we be held captive to another race of people. I don't ever want that to happen again. I might not be around here to see that if it happens. With all these, listen, we have no friends. You have to get that out of your mind. We don't have no friends. Black people don't have no friends. You got to get that out of your mind. If you don't listen to nothing else I said, we don't have no friends. Trust me. Nope. You may think we have some, but we don't have no friends. Trust me. Power is not handed over like that. You have to take power. You have to take it. Ain't nobody gonna just lay down, just give it to you. It's not gonna happen like that, Erica. It's gonna happen with force.
Martin, this is what I be trying to explain, and it's like y'all don't want to hear it. Like, my generation is not your generation.
Erica.
No, listen, Erica, we not saying nothing.
While y'all were,
Erica. Erica.
While y'all were fighting for position at the table, me and my generation was eating together.
Erica. You
It's
have
not
no
the
friends,
same.
Erica. Listen, Erica, at the end of the day, you do not have no friends. Black people don't have friends. Everybody come in this country.
How did we win this election,
Listen. Erica,
How
come
did
on
we
now,
win this
Erica.
election?
Come on now,
How did
Erica.
we win this
Come
election
on,
if we don't got no friends?
Erica, come
How
on
did
now.
we win this? Because
Come on now, Erica.
honestly, even with every black vote,
Hold on. You saying, hold on, Erica. You saying we. Say Brandon. Don't say we. Brandon. Brandon don't represent by himself the black race. Say Brandon. Trust me. Brandon is part of the political system. He's a politician. He's a part of the system. So don't just say we. Listen, Erica. Y'all young folks got to learn who the enemy. First of all, you don't know who the enemy is if you thinking you got allies. You don't have no allies. That's number one. If you don't hear nothing else I say, you have no allies. Listen, we have no friends. We listen, it's just us. I'm telling you, it's just us. The only people that's going to save black people is black people.
Would it blow your mind if you understood that the way you believe that your children and your grandchildren, the very people that you say don't have no friends, that while you was fighting your fight with no friends,
Erica, do you know what that means?
Children of
Hold
your
on.
enemies all became friends.
Erica, do you know what that means? When I say we don't have no friends, do you really know what that means?
I know.
Tell me.
I know what you're trying to
Tell
say,
me.
Martin. But
Tell me, Erica.
Here's the issue.
Erica, prove me wrong.
Do you want to know?
Prove me wrong, Erica. Show me. Hold on, Erica. Show me in history or even presence where your allies around your age group or younger did something for black people in this country.
Can I say so?
In this country.
Can I say so?
Come on.
Can I say so? So what you don't understand is that
Answer the question, Erica.
I don't know about y'all generation.
Answer the question,
My
Erica.
generation,
Yes.
I got friends of different races who no longer can even come to Thanksgiving dinner with their families because they
Erica,
stand with black
tell
people.
me what your friends, your allies, y'all younger people have done for black people in this country. How have y'all made life better for black
Fighting
people?
for reparations.
Have we got reparations
Fighting
yet?
for reparations.
Have we got it?
But they fighting for it.
Erica.
Tell me what white people in your generation was fighting for reparations.
Erica, have we got reparations yet?
I'm not talking about how we got it yet. I'm talking about tell me
okay,
what
hold
white
on.
people in
The
your
question
generation
I
was fighting
asked
for
you,
reparations.
hold on. The question I asked you, since you got allies, tell me what your allies, younger people speaking as general, not just you, period, have done for black people in this country.
Martin, here's
I'm
all
listening,
I'm gonna
Erica.
say to what you're saying.
I'm listening.
It is my generation. It is my
What have y'all done?
job.
You and the allies.
It is my generation's job not to listen to everything like people from your generation say.
Erica, I'm just trying to ask you, what are some of you, since we don't know nothing, what are some of you guys' accomplishments? Okay, we seen what the civil rights have done. We seen what happened in the Jim Crow era. Now we need to know what happened in your guys' era. What have you guys have done for the black race? With the allies.
So let's talk about the civil rights era.
Now, come on, Erica. Answer the question. Erica, answer the question.
No, we're not gonna.
Oh, Erica,
we're
come
not
on.
gonna do that.
I'm done,
Martin.
Erica. I'm done. Since you're so smart, you can't even tell me. You can't tell me. You can't tell me none of you guys' accomplishments that you have benefited for the black race. That's what I'm trying to ask you. That's all I'm asking you, Erica.
What are you talking about?
What? Hold on. You saying that you got? Hold on.
Talked about the civil rights.
Hold on. But I'm just saying. Okay, listen. Give me some, Erica. Give me some, Erica. You're not going to overtalk me now. Give me some historic moments, either in the past or in the present, that your generation with your allies have done for black people, made our plight better here in America.
So Laquan McDonald's murderer, Jason Van Dyke, was one of the first white police officers to ever be arrested for murdering a black man as a police officer.
And guess what? It wasn't
and
just.
You want to know
and
who
guess
was
what?
Out there?
Guess what?
Also white people.
Listen. Guess what? I was out there too as well, and I ain't no millennium, so I fought just as hard as you guys. Marcus Robinson was out there.
Are you gonna deny that there wasn't white millennials out there?
Marcus.
You gonna deny that?
Marcus. You guys didn't do it all by yourself. I was out there too. Older people, was a lot of older people. I got documentation to prove it.
It was a mixture of everybody.
Thank you. Thank you.
It was also people. It was also politicians that you don't know of.
Thank you.
They were inside because I was able to get on both sides of it. They were inside speaking against it. They were older people. It wasn't just young people. As a matter of fact, some of the young black people that was in that march, they were in that march to be on TV. Some of them even told me, excuse me, they were in that march to be on TV. They didn't care about no Laquan McDonald. Some of them that I talked to on the street even told me he shouldn't have been running from the police. They should crack all of y'all in the head. These were younger people saying this. It was older people down there. It was a mixture of everybody down there protesting. Magnificent Mile wouldn't have been accomplished if it hadn't been for Jesse Jackson and a whole lot of other organizations that came together to shut those stores down. It was a mixture of everybody. It just wasn't the young people. And as far as them getting rid of Anita Alvarez and Gary McCarthy, both of their heads was already on the chopping block. They were going to get rid of them anyway. If Laquan McDonald tape had been released, they were going to get rid of Anita Alvarez. Her own people didn't like her. He had lost such popularity with Jesse Jackson and all of them. So Gary McCarthy was going because the Black Caucus wanted him out of there. They were going to get him out of there anyway. But it was
I'm
older
not
people
saying, Marcus,
that
that older folks didn't help. I'm not saying that older folks didn't
And
help,
they-
but
and they
y'all
just
want to
give it
know
to
some real history? Because I was there.
We were there
When
too.
we had that shutdown of the Magnificent Mile.
I
Y'all want to know what
understand.
really happened? We had young Black organizers who organized that shutdown of the Magnificent
Listen,
Mile
Erica.
to shut
too.
down all the stores
Let me
you-
stop you.
during Black Friday.
Go ahead,
Who's
Marcus.
organized
And
it?
you
They
want to know
call-
what
they
Jesse
don't-
Jackson?
hotel.
Jesse Jackson got up there and did a speech. And after he got done doing his speech, he told everybody to disperse, which was against the shutdown that we had planned to
And it was
disrupt
one
business
organization that
and money.
title.
And we had to grab a young organizing woman had to grab the microphone
Don't you know?
and say,
Listen,
"Do not go home.
it was so many.
Y'all gonna
Listen,
shut down these
Erica,
stores."
Erica, it was so many young folks and older folks out there. It was people in wheelchairs. It was babies. It was seniors. It was so many people. So my point is to tell you that what you saying, you young people, yes, you was a part of it. Yes, you was an inspiration of it, but you had help. You had help from the older people that you despise,
We
that
had-
you say, hold
We
on.
had-
It-
I'm-
it-
I'm
hold on.
never-
It
I'm
was
never
Jesse
denying the
Jackson.
help of the
Hold
older
on.
people.
It was Jesse Jackson and his organization that brought that crowd down
That's
there.
organized.
He was an organizer.
And the best of them.
Yeah.
Of course.
But
I'm gonna
listen,
keep it real. If we're trying to catch
Erica, I'm gonna give you the last word. I'm gonna get out of here. I'm gonna give you the last word, but I'm out of here. I've been on here almost 3 hours. It's 2 hours and 56 minutes. I'll give you the last word, and I'm out of here.
I'm gonna say this.
Go ahead.
There is no disrespect to the older generation that
Can't
has
be.
supported and has been still on the front lines to the movement of the youth. But as Huey P. Newton said, the youth are the tip of the spear. And just like of every revolutionary movement, Fred Hampton was assassinated at 21 years old. Dr. King, Malcolm X never even made it to 40 years old. We're talking about young people.
Mhm.
We are the tip of the spear of almost every revolutionary movement.
And listen what you, Erica, listen what you just
However-
said. Erica, listen what you just said. You're the tip. You're not the whole spear, but you're the tip.
I know. Let me finish, Martin, please. But a spear also has a handle. Because without a handle, a spear has no trajectory. If you just have the tip but no handle, a spear can't really do nothing. And that's the older folks. That's the older generation. We need both the tip
Thank
because,
you.
but also
Thank
a
you.
handle without a
Thank
tip
you. Thank you.
can't do no damage. Can't do no
Thank you.
damage.
Thank you. You get the message.
So
now.
we need both the tip of the spear and the handle of the
Thank
spear
you.
in order to do this work.
Thank you. And I can go.
So I am not
Yeah.
against
Thank
the
you.
older folks.
Thank you. I'm gonna leave it
What
right
I'm
there.
saying
It's a good
is
point.
do not deny the tip of your spear that actually does the damage, but also younger folks do not deny the handle of the spear that gives you control, that gives you trajectory
Okay.
to make the blow.
Okay, Erica, hold it right
takes
there.
Both of us.
Eric, you made your point. I agree with you. I'm gonna leave it right there. I gotta go. It's 2:58. You had the last word. I'm gonna leave it right there. I'm gonna say my little thing, and we out of here. You already know what it is. Live, uncut, unedited. This is where
Tell
we
the truth and shame the devil.
and
I love being black.
good morning, good
I
night,
love
whatever
being
y'all want to
black.
call it. Appreciate
I
you.
love
Appreciate you, Marcus, the young lady, and all the callers. Erica, thank you so much. And guess what, people? We need each other, the both young and old. We can't do it without each other. The male and the female need each other too as well. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. It was a wonderful show, a great dialogue, and we need more and more of this. Thank you guys so much.